Brent Sancho is with the coaches.
Well, Coach, St. Anthony's College Tigers are here in the finals. What are your expectations? What's your assessment of the finals?
Well, we didn't come this far to lose, so we go out there and give it our best. I know the boys are really excited about playing here today. I mean, the season didn't start off too well for us, but they just put their head down, get on the ball, keep going, and now we're here at the Intercol finals.
But Presentation College have not conceded a goal throughout this Intercol series. Are stubborn defensively. What's the plan to break down that defense?
Well, Pres hasn't conceded a goal yet, right? So today we hope to break through that solid defense, right? Pres are a very strong team. We all know that. They have very good history in this competition as well. But today, I think our boys are willing to do all today, do everything.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Coach Cooper, here in the big dance again, one more time.
Yes.
90 minutes, possibly plus, to possibly lifting the trophy. Your feelings, your assessment?
Well, you guys don't know, but back in 2007, when I first won the Intercol, I dedicated this game to Cody. And today, Cody is playing. So it's a wonderful time for me. And once again in the final, so I'm elated.
Well, you've been stingy throughout this Intercol series defensively. You come up against a team that is offensively explosive. Do you have any fears as it relates to their capabilities going forward?
If you remembered my last interview, I did. It was the game after we defeated them. And I told you that they don't want to play us on a surface like this. And today we are playing on one of these surfaces. So I think you'll see a more offensive side of us, and it will be a fantastic game. We will be doing what we have to do to nullify their attack.
Thank you very much, Coach. And as usual, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, seasoned campaigner, Coach Cooper. I mean, there's something about that guy. I just love to hear him speak, Brent. I mean, based on what he said, what do you make of Presentation College today?
Well, I think, yes, he understands the fact that they're very good defensively. There's no doubt about that. But I think what he, of course, gave prelude to is their offensive side of the football game, which they're going to show here today. He talked about playing on this surface and playing on the right surface against these types of teams. And he feels confident that offensively they can show what Presentation College is all about. They have good platform defensively. Yeah. Offensively, if they come alive today, you would have to suggest that they would go into this one as favorites.
But Brent, also let's not forget, in 2019 they did take the title, the national title.
Yeah, they did, and they would feel that they could do that here again today. There's a lot of confidence in that Presentation College camp, and rightfully so.
All right, well, let's talk about St. Anthony's College, Leo. I mean, like you said, are the top exciting players, but what do you expect from this team?
Yeah, I expect quality. They are accustomed playing on this pitch. You know, they've had big victories. They won the North Zone title on this pitch. So then that has to be the most motivation you could have going into a big final like this.
Well, what do you expect from today's matchup, Brent?
Well, it's going to be a contrasting style. As I mentioned, one team is compact, tactically sound, very disciplined in their defensive approach, and the other team have individual flair, capabilities, and the ability to be explosive. But I've always lamented the fact that I do feel St. Anthony's College are very wasteful in front of goal. They cannot afford to do that today because I do not feel they're going to have this amount of chances we've seen them have throughout the Intercol series. But this one and today is all about Presentation College, whether or not they can come to life offensively.
Well, guys, the stage is set. This is the Coca-Cola National Intercol Boys Final. Download the SportsMax app today on the Google Play or the Apple App Store and keep up with all of the action. When we come back, kickoff in the Coca-Cola National Intercol Boys Final.
Welcome back here to the Halsey Crawford Stadium as we're getting set for the big one, the Coca-Cola Intercol Boys National Final. Presentation College coming up against St. Anthony College right here at the Halsey Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain. And the excitement is really, you can see the crowd starting to, they've come in already, but still people are piling in here to the Halsey Crawford Stadium. And when you think presentation all the way from San Fernando, their supporters have come in. And the St. Anthony's team from West Moorings, the West Moorings Tigers, they are also, their supporters are inside. So it should be a huge game here. As the teams, we haven't seen the teams as yet. And we're just trying to await the arrivals of the teams, and that should be happening momentarily. Of course, they will have the dignitaries here meeting the respective teams. I understand the minister is here, the Minister of Education, Dr. Gadsby Dolly, is here. Also, we have the Coca-Cola representative, Mr. Anthony Lovelace, Principal of Presentation, Mr. Dexter Mitchell, Principal of St. Anthony's, Mr. Maurice Innes. Then we have Mr. Brian Haynes, TTFA National Under-20 men's team. Mr. Brian Manning, the MP for San Fernando East. So a host of dignitaries here. Mr. David Roberts, the PS in the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. And they're all standing by. It's...
I'm surprised they didn't call you down, Colin.
Well, I'm absolutely totally shocked, Brent, but I can't be in two places at the same time.
Understood. Understood.
So I'm just going to bear with them for the moment as we await the teams. But the excitement is really, you could feel the excitement in the air, can't you, Brent?
Yeah, and for both programs, it's a massive game. When you put things into context, this tournament, both the league format, Colin, and the knockout format have been dominated by the likes of St. Benedict's and Fatima.
Yeah.
Naparima College have had their say for moments. And of course, back in 2019, Presentation College would have had their hands in it. But the type of dominance that we've seen from those sorts of schools have really put St. Anthony's, a storied program in itself, and Presentation, and in the back burner. This is their chance to be front stage and center.
Well, I was seeing the match commissioner, Mr. Kyle Dupree, was instructing the officials to come out, and of course leading them is Crystal Sobers, FIFA referee. So you know, and you have to say well done, because you want a top referee doing a game like this. And Presentation there, this is the St. Anthony's team in red with black shorts. And the Presentation Lions, they are in all black. As the host of dignitaries now coming forward. Of course, they're being led by the president of the secondary schools, Mr. Mareri Gonzalez. As I said, there's Anthony Lovelace from Coca-Cola, the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. Nan Gadsby Dolly. Then there's Principal of Presentation, Mr. Mitchell, Principal of St. Anthony's, Mr. Innes. There's Brian Haynes, the TTFA National Under-20 men's team. Then Director of PE and Sports in Mr. McIntyre, it looks like. Then Mr. Brian Manning, the MP for San Fernando West. San Fernando East, my humblest apologies. The MP for San Fernando East, Mr. Brian Manning, and Mr. David Roberts, who is the PS in the Ministry of Sport and Community Development.
Well, I have to give a little insight, Colin, on the St. Anthony's College kit. It was decided by the Old Boys Association to make a kit, a special kit. It was designed by Old Boys Evans Wise, who was a top player for St. Anthony's College.
Yeah, remember Evans.
He created this kit, sponsored partly by Anton's Gold Rush, another Old Boys of St. Anthony's College. And if you look at the back of their shirts, there's a signature of Grovey as their former coach, now deceased, Nigel Grosvenor, affectionately known as Grovey, arguably one of the best coaches or greatest coaches to impart his knowledge on the secondary schools football. So well done to St. Anthony's College Tigers and what they've been able to contribute throughout with all their old boys that are watching and been part of this program.
Yes, of course, the teams will, after being met by the dignitaries, they will exchange pleasantries and meet the officials. Crystal Sobers is the referee. Kirk Charles is the assistant 1. Sash Ramuta, assistant 2. And Timothy Derry is the 4th official. But it is the national anthem. So there you have it, the playing of the national anthem, and the teams will now, I would expect they would just greet each other. Let's wait for, yes, there is the St. Anthony's team just walking down, meeting the officials first, then exchanging with the presentation team. They've already met the dignitaries, so they will turn and go for their respective shots, pictures. They will pose for that. So the action should be getting underway. There are the officials, as I said already. Referee Crystal Sobers. The assistant 1 is Kurt Charles, assistant 2 Shash Ramuta, and the 4th official is Timothy Derry. The match commissioner is Kyle Dupre. And we see the dignitaries will be, well, they're actually going to be taking pictures with the 2 teams. So there's the St. Anthony's team just saying their last prayer, but let's have a look at their lineup. And very similar, I suppose the one change is Miller coming in for Thomas, but let's go through it. Morris, Francois, Rose, Harewood, Bob, Thomas, Dunbar, Wilson Wright, the Danger Man, Fraser, Crovado, and Miller. So Miller has come in and for Ford, and Thomas is not in the team either. Dunbar, Thomas has come in for him, but let's look at the formation, Brent.
Well, Thomas, that means that Thomas now sits in the middle of the park, which allows the normal midfielder, Crovado, goes up top as a focal point. Wilson Wright will be asked to play right in behind him.
And let's have a look at the presentation lineup as keep saying how they don't concede much at the back, and that man in goal, Lazarus, the skipper, he's a fine young keeper. There's Young, Cooper, Clement, Jones, and then Brathwaite, Pemberton, Elliott, Barkley, Fawcett, and Brathwaite. Of course, there are the two Brathwaites, the brothers. There is Malik and Micah Brathwaite. Let's look at the formation.
Well, Barkley would be expected to break lines and join Clement up front, or sometimes get even ahead of him. The guile and trickery of Brathwaite and Elliott out wide would be necessary for presentation to unlock the St. Anthony's College defense.
Well, the presentation team saying their final prayer, and we should be getting action started underway. Brent, are you sticking your neck out yet, or your neck still is inside intact?
Well, I'm known to be a turtle in some occasions, and I think I would stay the turtle-like way for this one, because it's a close one. It's really difficult.
Tight,
contrasting styles, both programs certainly desirous of winning a national title. And I think you mentioned that, Colin, that...
What about nerves?
Well, I'm leading there because you mentioned the fact that both teams were not expected to be here. We had a red hot St. Benedict's College coming into this knockout phase of it. We had a very sturdy Fatima College team that we all thought could have gotten all the way there. And we had an Aparima College team that changed coaches and felt that would have changed their fortunes. But here we are with two unlikely teams, and nerves will play a part. I do think so. It's not necessarily full crowd yet. I think it's building as we see the spectators. But for both teams, this is probably the biggest occasion for both sets of players.
Well, presentation is going to kick off. And here we go. It goes all the way back to Cooper. We nearly slipped there. He was being put under some pressure. And it's long ball. No one really getting possession. Oh, this is good skill. Ball played wide here towards Young, but he can't get it. And it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Rose with the throw. Headed back by Young. It's going to be another throw for Rose. Looking to get it to Crovador. Eventually played forward. Seems to have come off of Williams. And no, it's actually the throw goes St. Anthony's way. Young intercepts, but it's won by Wilson Wright, plays it through. Cooper is there. Didn't clear it well enough, but I think it's going to run away for... No, that's... I thought it was going to run away for a corner, but Micah Brathwaite did well. And let's put it behind for... Sorry, put it out for a throw. The throw quickly taken. Bob plays it infield, but it's won here by Young. He comes away with it, looking to get it towards Clement. Headed by Fawcett. And this is a good move. Fawcett goes for the chip. He saw Morris out off his line. He went for the chip and just didn't get the angles well. Well. Here is a goal kick for Morris. Gets it towards Bob. He plays a long ball up onto that left side towards Fraser. He can't control it. And the throw is going to be taken by Brathwaite. Flicked on for Clement. Francois lays his line. But presentation, they're going to come back through Young. Plays that ball nicely forward. This is Brathwaite going on the left side. This is Malik Brathwaite, still in possession. Plays it in field. This could be a chance here for Fawcett. Just couldn't get the shot away. And away comes Miller. Plays that ball upfield, looking for Crovador. But it's won back by Young. This is a good start from presentation. They look businesslike as Rose trying to intercept it. The ball's played to Malik Brathwaite. He has to go backwards to Levi Jones. Back to Brathwaite. Gets the crossover. Headed away. And eventually, Wilson Wright clears it upfield. Good start from presentation at the moment.
Yeah, they've looked solid. They've pinned the Tigers. As we look at one of the players to watch.
Wilson Wright.
They've pinned the Tigers back so far at the start of the game. think, Colin, this game is really going to be settled on when you do have your moments in ascendancy. Can you take advantage? Can you score? Well, Presentation is currently the team in the ascendancy.
Well, Elliott trying to get the ball over and couldn't get it. But still, he's won a corner. So a right-sided corner. It's going to be taken by Levi Jones. See what he's going to do with it. He's going to look to curl it in field. The heads go up, but it's headed out. Seemed to be Wilson Wright getting there and headed it over the bar. So yet another corner. Curled it in and the heads go up again. It's cleared away, but this time St. Anthony's looking to come away with it. This is Crovador. Oh, he's moving up that right side, but pushed it a little too far ahead of him. No control, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation.
Well, I just wondered, as we take a look at Barkley, playing in the middle of the park, box-to-box midfielder, number 8. He's expected to get ahead of the front line. Just going back to that corner, Colin, he just felt that Cooper had enough there to possibly get it on target. That's a good ball out wide.
This is Elliott. Looking to take on his man, Elliott.
It's well defended.
Yeah, excellent defending by Harewood. Go back towards Brathwaite. Sends it in field. St. Anthony's under some real pressure at the moment. They just can't seem to get the ball away. This is Micah Brathwaite. Still, he's won the throw. Let's see. Yes, he has. Just about 5 minutes gone, but it's all been Presentation so far. No real clear-cut chance. Elliott possibly had half a chance there, but they've certainly dominated possession so far as Jones.
It's another good ball out wide.
Well, that's good interception. Looks to be Miller, who is in defense at the moment. They're all hands on deck in defensively at the moment. Miller, who can't go forward at the moment because they're being put under some pressure.
Yeah.
So this is Young with the throw, gets it to Jones, lays it down to Brathwaite. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Jones now, he's offside.
It's a late call by the AR on the other side. He's judge Jones to be offside, but it's a good start by Presentation College. They've pinned them, St. Anthony's College, into their own half. Very aggressive approach. They've won all their second balls and they've been very proactive in trying to play front foot football. Very sure Coach Cooper would be extremely delighted with the way his team has started so far.
Well, here's Francois with the kick. That's a long kick. Good kick. Putting the Presentation defense under a little bit of pressure. Wilson Wright with the header, but it's won by Brathwaite. It's in the end it was Brathwaite trying to get it towards Young. Eventually it's played towards Elliott, but going up the right side was Rose, or actually it was Thomas going up the right side. Couldn't keep it in, and it's a throw for Presentation. Headed down. Ball goes wide towards Elliott. Turns in field with it nicely. Still in possession. Brathwaite making the run on the outside. Sends the ball across. And a good interception again. So it's yet another corner. So the third corner so far in the first 7.5 minutes. All to Presentation. It's been all action from Presentation, and Coach Cooper did say on the conditions of the field, Brent, you'd see a more
improved
yeah,
offensive display. We've seen that so far. Just out of the reach there. That man Clement, who was racing coming in. They have certainly taken the initiative so far. Presentation College.
Well, here is another right-sided corner. It's going to be taken by Jones with that left boot of his.
It's a good ball in. Just really needed to glance that one. Got too much on it and the ball eventually go over They look dangerous in set play, Colin, when you look at the likes of Barkley and Cooper. They're very comfortable trying to get it onto the ball, and St. Anthony's, because they're not helping themselves, Colin. They keep giving the ball away.
Well, here is St. Anthony's trying to go forward with it. Played wide by Fraser, but it's picked up by Presentation as they try to go down the right side. This time, headed forward by Jones towards Barkley. Fraser looking to play there to Crovador. Crovador cutting inside.
Oh,
brought
boy.
down.
Oh,
Referee
boy.
Kusoma says play on. She was following the action. She was very close. Crystal Soba says get up and play on. The ball coming to the first real attack from St. Anthony's, and they've caused problems for the Presentation defense.
Yeah, and there are a lot of question marks being asked. See, tucks in here. Is there contact here? It's tough to see from that replay.
Difficult.
And I think when you talk about contact, it's whether or not the contact is one that would have impeded progress. But that replay, it's very hard to see. My initial feeling, Colin, that it was a penalty. That was my initial feeling. It's difficult with that replay to confirm that.
Well, here's Rose playing that ball back towards Dunbar, back to Rose. But eventually, looking to come away with it, it's going to be a free kick as a foul on Rose.
Oh, she's changed.
Actually, she's changed the decision. She's given the free kick for Presentation. No, let's see. It is a free kick for St. Anthony's. Well, there is the drummers from Pres having a ball as per usual. You always feel you're in South, Brent, when these drummers start. But here is a free kick. Francois is going to take it. That's going to be too close to the keeper, Lazarus, and he's just make sure it goes over the bar. And it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. So here's that ball played long forward, headed by Bob, but it's picked up here by Clement as he moves forward. He's got Brathwaite for company wide on the left. He was trying to do it on his own.
He's unfortunate. I did think he got the better of Brathwaite. He stumbled on the ball.
This is Fraser looking to play it forward to Crovador. Cooper is there, but it's won here by Brathwaite, and he plays it in field to Young. Young gets it to Jones. Wide is Brathwaite, but he decides to go down the line to Clement. Clement turning with it. He's looking for some backward support. He gets it from Young. Back to Clement. Young. This is good from Presentation. Keeping possession at the moment. Jones. Brathwaite. Clement back to Brathwaite. But good interception there by Miller. But Young is there. Barkley. So Presentation doing well. Keeping possession. Brathwaite. This is Malik Brathwaite. But he can't go past Rose, and it's going to be a free kick. In the meantime, Clement seems to be Clement, the player down. No, it's not Clement. It's, let's see, it's Young who's down.
Well, they look sharp in possession, don't they, Colin? Their passes are snappy, precise, good weight on it. There's a lot of intent in what they have done so far in the first 12 plus minutes. If we have another look at it, it looks like Wilson would have gotten a little touch there of Young. But you have to like what Presentation have done so far in terms of the start of this game. I'm very sure if you are Coach Ronald Daniel and St. Anthony's College, if you can weather this storm, Colin, and start to settle and get a bit more fluidity in your play, you might feel that you could turn things around. But certainly, Colin, it's been all Presentation so far.
Well, there's Coach Ronald Daniel at the end and his rest of his coaching staff. certainly looking very studious at the moment in terms of following the game. But it's a throw for presentation. This is Brathwaite. Looks to play it in field, but it's won by Williams. And the loose ball picked up by Crovador here. Looking to take on 3-4, surround, that's a lovely ball. Gets it wide out to Miller. Miller plays it inside, the shot comes. It was well defended. Cooper gets it away. This is Rose. Sends the ball over to the far side, headed away. Here comes Haywood to Wilson Wright. All the way back towards Bob. Francois. Rose is wide, but he's going to go long, no doubt. But not a good ball. It's picked up by Fonset, but he's fouled, and it's going to be a free kick for presentation. Just about coming up to 15 minutes of this game gone. No goals yet here. We're at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. This is the Coca-Cola Boys National Intercol Final. It's with Wilson Wright. He allows it to run to Miller. Miller loses it to Brathwaite. Going down that left side is Young. But Brathwaite decides to play a dangerous ball back in field. And it's picked up by Fraser. He plays it through to Crovador. And it goes all the way back to goalkeeper Lazarus. He's been very steady all season, hasn't he, for presentation?
Yeah, he has been. Sharp pair of hands. And more than that, Colin, he's very vocal. Obviously the captain of this outfit. He shows it in the way he plays and performs.
Well, here is Haywood playing that ball to Wilson Wright. Has a crack! And that's a good save. That wasn't a bad effort from Wilson Wright. Yes, there is the crowd very appreciative of it. That wasn't a bad shot. It had some power behind it, and Lazarus made it look cool, comfortable, wasn't he?
Yeah, it shifted as well when it proceeded on its way to Lazarus. Look at it again here. Got a lot of it here. There's a lot of power in that. I think it's too far out to trouble a goalkeeper of Lazarus' standards.
Well, this is Clement, and he's brought down. It's going to be a free kick for presentation. That's a good ball. This is the shot coming there from Fonset. Loose ball goes wide to Elliott. But Haywood does well, and eventually he is brought down. It's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. So the free kick is going to be taken by Haywood. Oh no, he's leaving it for Bob, who gets it towards Francois. Actually, this is Bob. He now gives it back to Francois. Francois was the one who took the free kick. Francois in possession, so he gives it back to Bob. Tries to play that ball through, looking for Crovador. Gets the header to Wilson Wright. This is Miller. Crovador making that run, going up the right side, looking to take on his man. Coming in field with it, but a good bit of defending from Brathwaite helps out Young as Young plays that ball forward towards this time it's Brathwaite. This is Fonset, thinking that Clement would have been making the run, but he didn't. And Francois picks it up, bangs it upfield. Looking for Fraser, who has come inside. Brathwaite leaves it there for Fonset. He plays that ball down towards Clement, who gets possession now, looks to come inside, and he's brought down. No, says the referee. Get up. And the ball trying to be played forward to Miller. It goes outside. It's going to be a throw for presentation. Young with the throw. It's picked up by Miller. Long ball. Headed by Pemberton. Barkley is there. But Wilson Wright wins it, turns with it, does well. Harassed by Jones. The ball played, Miller can't keep it in, and it's going to be a throw for presentation. Young looking to go towards Clement, but coming across and playing it out is Thomas. So it's going to be a throw for presentation. Young is going to take it. Fraser looking to come away with it here for St. Anthony's. Being harassed at the moment by Elliott. He loses the tackle, but the referee, I think, yes, the referee has indicated it was a bit of a contact. He didn't go down, but he made enough contact for referee Sobers to indicate it was a foul. But here's Francois playing it up to Miller. Miller to Wilson Wright. He hasn't been in the game very much, Brent.
Yeah, and I was about to say, Colin, they've made it very difficult for St. Anthony's College when they are in possession, particularly in the middle of the park. They've crowded them out. They've made sure that there's at least 2 or 3 black shirts in attendance every time a St. Anthony's College player picks up the ball. I think even in transition, Colin, they've stopped them, whether it's a niggly foul or just outright making sure that they don't build any momentum. They've not allowed St. Anthony's to build up any head of steam whatsoever.
Well, clearance coming from Fonset. Plays it out, and it's going to be a through to St. Anthony's. They've sort of settled a little bit better, Brent, though. They've come a little bit more into the game. But certainly, at the moment, his presentation still looking the more dangerous of the teams. So that ball played towards Clement. He turns with it nicely. He's got some space in front of him. He's looking for some support. He gets it wide from Elliott. Elliott getting that support coming from Brathwaite. And then they give it away, but Brathwaite wins it back to Jones. Jones to Cooper. Cooper plays a long ball. Now, the idea was to
it's
try
a right
and get it
idea.
wide.
Yeah, but it's wrongly executed. Because there was certainly some space over on this side for Brathwaite to operate in.
Well, it's played towards Clement. He couldn't control it, but the loose ball went towards Fonset, and he plays it over towards Elliott. But it's just going to be ushered over the line, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Anthony's. So Francois is going to take the kick. Just coming up to 21 minutes played. Still no goals here yet at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. And we always said it's going to be a tight affair. And it's proven to be that. Heads go up. This is Haywood, not a great clearance. Matter of fact, it goes to Brathwaite. He heads it nicely towards Fonset. Fonset trying to get Clement going. But Williams picks it up, plays it wide towards Rose, and Brathwaite wins it. And Rose has to play it out, and it's going to be a throw for presentation.
It's been a nervy display by St. Anthony's College so far, Colin. A team that talked about their explosive offensive capabilities. Haven't seen any of it so far in this game.
Really, Provido hasn't been bad. He's been picked, but he's been isolated, hasn't he? A lot of the times.
Yeah, he has been isolated,
Yeah,
and when he does pick it up, he has to face a lot of black shirts in attendance.
Well, here's Barkley trying to get through, but Wilson Wright, Ken trying to get Provido in.
Yeah, and he would have been better suited, Colin, to probably dribble the ball out a bit before he make that pass. And it just shows me that no one really in St. Anthony's College wants to spend any time on the ball, because they do feel the pressure of the defense of Presentation College. Certainly that young man there in the picture doesn't feel any pressure. He feels very comfortable.
Well, here is the free kick sent downfield, headed out by Haywood. So it's going to be a throw for Presentation. This is Barkley. He's going to allow the ball to run out of play and get the throw.
If you have a look at the crowd,
Yep,
Colin,
yep. I think that is the big crowd here. But don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and the Intercol. Download the SportsMax app today. And once you do that, you can certainly get all the Intercol action and all the league action in the ISSA and the updates on that SportsMax app, the ISSA league. So you just download that SportsMax app and you can really get all the action. Have you downloaded the app, Brent?
Yeah, it's on my phone currently.
Well done. Here is Elliott, though, trying to go forward with it.
Extra touch too many.
Well, Clement does well. Gets it back to Brathwaite. This is Elliott. Oh, that's
fast. Yeah.
Yep, it's Rose picks it up, runs away with it here now, and tries to get Provido. Provido turns with it, gets back up. Provido.
Be careful.
Provido. He's been. Oh, he tried.
Why?
Well, he tried.
Just use your left foot.
Yeah. Tried to get it to Wilson Wright, who had made that forward run. But again, we see the danger so far, Brent, of Provido. He's been all alone, but he's handled his stories well.
Yeah, he has.
This is Clement. He has also been pretty
good.
Ball. Gets
Excellent.
it to Barkley. Barkley coming in.
Oh, boy.
Down. Well, referee Sober says get up. Oh, I suppose you have to say, Brent, she's being consistent.
Yeah.
Here is Elliott. Long ball forward to no one in particular.
I think Barkley may have felt that he was upended. He's finally gone over. And I'm sure we possibly get another look at that one, but significant hours. You have a look at it here. Is he impeded? Oh, there was some contact there. Again, just like the St. Anthony's one, I initially felt that it was an infringement. But I think it's one of those calls, Colin, that you have to be there, close to the action to possibly see. It's been a tight affair so far. I think that man there in the picture would be the happier of the two coaches.
Yeah, I think we expected it though, Brent. We kept saying that both these defenses are good, and both the defenses so far they've done well. And you know, St. Anthony's I think have been the more overworked defense, but I think they've kept the shape nicely. Elliott on one side, Brathwaite on the other side has presented problems to Rose and Harewood. What I've noticed though, both Miller and Fraser, they've been coming back to assist defensively and assist their wing backs.
And that's what you don't want if you're St. Anthony's College, because we all know how talented those two are, particularly Fraser. He was absolutely unplayable, both in the semi-finals in the North Zone against East Mokarapo, and in the finals against Queen's Royal College. And he's been almost non-existent in his game so far because he spent so much of his time defending. Yeah.
Well, Francois plays that ball forward, but it's picked up by Jones. Is Brathwaite going to keep it in? No, he can't, and it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. So a good crowd here at the Hazel Crawford Stadium, witnessing this. There is some of the presentation supporters coming all the way probably from south. But this is a special occasion, so it doesn't matter. Young. Fonset. Brathwaite. This is Micah Brathwaite. Elliott. Couldn't get past Harewood. It's going to be a throw for presentation. More presentation supporters, looks like. So Brathwaite is going to take the throw for presentation. No goals yet. Back to Brathwaite, sends the cross in. That's going to be comfortable, should be comfortable for Morris, and it is. Holds on to it. Rolls it out to Francois, who bangs it upfield, but to no one in particular. And he's given it a throw to presentation. Barkley flicking the head on, but it's picked up here by Miller. Wilson Wright. Young gets the ball off of Wilson Wright, and it's going to be a throw for presentation. So they've gone down the side of the field. Young getting it towards Barkley. He flicks the head on to Clement. Clement tries to come inside with it and was cleared away. But Wilson Wright looking to get it forward to Fraser, who's coming onto this right side now. And in fact, the ball comes off of Miller, and it's going to be a throw for presentation. Young looking towards Brathwaite. Francois is there. Hits it high to no one in particular. This time it's Bob. He gives it away to Fonset. Hayward is back for St. Anthony's. Cruvado plays it to Wilson Wright. This is promising. Looks to play a really good ball through to Fraser. Sends the ball across St. Anthony's. Oh, it goes over the bar. I think at the end it was great defending.
Yeah, by Young.
Yeah, because Miller was coming in at the ball from Wilson Wright.
Excellent by Wilson Wright. It's a good first time cross. Look at this from Young by defending. Made it almost impossible for Miller to get on the end of that. That is top class defending. He never gave up on the play, Young. He made sure that he made it very, very difficult for Miller. And that's why they've been so stingy defensively, Presentation College, with plays like that.
30.5 minutes gone. Still no goals here yet at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. It is the Coca-Cola National Boys Intercol Final. Presentation College against St. Anthony's College. The ball played to Brathwaite. Here's another chance for, and he goes down again. Referee Sobers says, get up, let's play. The ball played towards Miller. Miller plays it in nicely inside towards Rose. Rose plays it forward. Wilson Wright can't control it. Jones is there, sends it downfield. Rose regains possession. It's with Dunbar. And a foul committed, I think, yes, by Wilson Wright. And it's going to be a free kick for Presentation. Pemberton is going to leave it for Cooper. Looks to find Elliott. That's going to run away. It's hit a little too far ahead of him. And it's going to be a goal kick. So the idea was good, but on this surface, Brent, once that ball goes ahead of you and it hits the surface, it's going to just run away.
Yeah, it will just run away. And again, I think that's the only thing that has been lacking from a Presentation College perspective, that execution in the final third.
What's your thoughts on the pitch so far?
It's held up, and it's held up very well.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's really held up nicely.
It's a great surface for football.
I think they've won a corner, yes. So a corner there, Cruvado winning a corner. He's worked so hard so far for his team. As the drummers from Presentation continue to try to inspire the team to at least get the go-ahead goal. But so far, they've got to defend here. A left-sided corner. Goes back to Hayward. Looks to have a shot, but well blocked. Gains possession. Hayward going up that left side. Comes in field nicely with it. Oh, he does well. But finally did a little too much. And Clement comes away with it for Presentation. Clement. Still Clement. He has possession. He's looking for some support. And eventually it's going to be cleared away by Thomas. But still, it needs some help. Hayward is there and bangs it off the feet of Elliott, and it's going to be a goal kick. So Morris takes the goal kick short towards Francois. He's going to look for, is he going to go wide towards Fraser? That's again, he's playing these long balls, Brent, and you could see the idea, but he's just not getting it right. I thought he was good, looking to go wide to Fraser, but he's just not getting it right at the moment. And they continuously play these long balls, but they give it away to the presentation defenders. But here goes Clement, trying to take on 2-3 men at the moment, and couldn't get past Rose, and it's going to be a throw for, there's Coach Cooper, as his team has a throw. You know, for all the possession and thing, Brent, you look at, they haven't really created any clear-cut chance.
And I think that's the disappointment in it all. Because for what it's worth, Colin, the type of dominance that they've had so far, they really would probably take a shave off of that and receive a goal instead in exchange. And a lot of it, I think, it's just down to just poor execution in the final third. Whether it's a pass, a thought, a shot, something done in the right substance. Of course, these fans, nevertheless, like it.
Well, it's been a good game. You know, you look at it tactically. Both teams are trying to create and keep in possession, knocking the ball around. It hasn't been bad, but I think it just needs that. Maybe it needs a goal to get this game going. Well, here's a corner. Elliott is going to take it. Left-sided corner for presentation. We've seen most of the right-sided corners taken by Jones. But here, this one comes off of the defenders, and it's going to be yet another corner. He went towards that first post where Young is located. And it, in fact, came off of the defenders. Seemed to have come off of Rose. But here is the corner going towards the far post. Goalkeeper Morris has to punch. And Wilson Wright trying to come away with it. And in fact, it's played there towards Crovado. Long ball now, looking for Miller, who was making that forward run. Banged it downfield. The possession just slightly in favor of presentation, 52% to 48, and the pass completion 54 to 47. So it does tell you how close the game is. Yes, presentation have the edge at the moment, but it's still a very close game.
Yeah, close in the sense that St. Anthony's College are still daring and thereabouts. And as you rightfully mentioned, Colin, despite all the dominance they've shown and impetus they've shown Presentation College, they really haven't cut open a clear-cut opportunity just yet.
Well, here is Jones. Actually, that's Cooper, who has come in a forward position. I was a little surprised him getting so far forward. We haven't seen that so far.
I'm surprised he still has the ball.
Yes. He was twisted, turning with the ball, and this is Elliott. He's come over to the left side. Is he looking for the right-footed shot? He decides to go back to Young. Young sends it over to the far side. Brathwaite is offside, and it's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. Yeah, Cooper had come forward. You could see now Cooper, there is another of the Prez supporters, but Cooper, when he gets into that position, when he does look for the shot, he's got a good right foot on him, and but just couldn't get hold of the possession of the ball to create that opportunity for the shot. Francois looking to play it forward to Fraser. He slips. Brathwaite picks it up. Gets it to Brathwaite to Brathwaite. Of course, Mikai Brathwaite. Getting it to Malik Brathwaite, but it goes out for a throw for St. Anthony's. Haywood gets it. Gets it back in field towards Fraser. This is Wilson Wright. He slips. And Jones plays a ball wide
well
here.
If he keeps it in, Colin.
Yeah, I think he's going to. He does well, and Rose slips in the meantime, but he recovers nicely. But still, Elliott bit of pushing as far as referee Sobers is concerned. Pushing by Elliott, and she's blown a whistle for that.
Good bit of play there by Elliott.
Thought he did well.
Yeah, firstly to keep it in
yeah.
play, and then secondly, on the run that he decided to make. They've been sharp, Presentation College. There's no doubt about that.
Well, here's Rose. Blocked off by Elliott, so it's going to be a throw. So Rose with the throw. Trying to get it up towards Croverdor. Banged it downfield, and it's going to go for a throw, but it'll give Presentation the team to come out now and try and put some pressure on St. Anthony's. Ball thrown back towards Bob. Coming up to 40 minutes of this game, no goals yet. That's good. Fraser towards Haywood. We're going to play it in field, but Young is going to clear it. And you look at Presentation in the last few minutes, Brent, they've seemed to have lost their momentum. Their rhythm has gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, and they've not been on the front foot like they have been. You know, going back to the fact, Colin, with the stats that we saw for possession and pass completion, among all of that, you'd have to say the best chance of the game so far has fallen to St. Anthony's College.
It has. No doubt
for
about
that interception by Young.
Yeah.
Miller might have gotten in on goal. That's good skill.
This is Fraser looking to get it over, and it goes out. It's going to be a left-sided corner for St. Anthony's. That's good skill from Fraser. Look to come inside.
I think the challenge that the likes of Fraser and Miller have had, besides the fact that they spend so much time defending, they've also had to deal with just more than one black shirt. Presentation College very comfortable in throwing numbers at you defensively.
Haywood. Well, that's not a good clearance. The ball spliced up, and let's see, trying to get possession is Wilson Wright, and eventually Jones sends it downfield. Elliott has gone back over onto that right side. Sends a ball.
Yeah, it's a poor ball. Just to take his time there.
Yeah,
it's the right idea.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You could see him looking to get it into the middle of the field where Fonset and Clement had positioned themselves, but just didn't get it right. Barkley. Fraser. Is he fouled? I think he is, and plays the ball quickly to Wilson Wright. Wilson Wright plays it to Miller. Miller looking to go past his man in Brathwaite. Does well. He's looking for some support, gets the crossover, too close to the keeper. That's easy for Lazarus. Just about 2.5 minutes left, plus added on time. Will we see this deadlock broken in the first half?
But don't miss the excitement of the SSFL and Easter schoolboy football on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch all the league action and updates on the SportsMax app. I definitely have mine. And encourage you to have yours.
But here is a chance for St. Anthony's. And just that last-ditch tackle again. They're coming in. Well. So still, we await the first goal here. As the ball was played through there.
I think in this
yeah,
sort of
Crovado.
environment,
Yeah.
Crovado, nifty feet, just couldn't get it around the defender
Pemberton.
in Pemberton.
Yeah.
How many times we've seen Presentation College rectify those situations very quickly.
So it's going to be a left-sided corner for St. Anthony's. And the heads go up. Lazarus comes, punches, didn't get it all that right. And they can't get it into the back of the net. St. Anthony's, for all they tried, it's good defending again from Presentation. You see the number of bodies back on that line, Brent. When Lazarus came to punch, there were 3-4 defenders still covering.
And not just standing there, but actively involved. And I think that's what they're good at, Presentation College. They sniff danger and they get rid of it quickly. That's a heavy touch, lucky.
So we're just coming up to the 45th minute of this game. We understand there's going to be 2 minutes added on time. As turning with it is Fonset, but he can't get control of it. And in fact, it's, let's see, it comes off of Rose, so it's going to be a throw for Presentation. So Young with the throw. Throw sent infield. And the shot comes just over the bar. Brathwaite never was in control of that, had to get over it, and wasn't able to do that, and it was always going high over the bar. So we are into added on time. No goals yet here. And we did say this is going to be a very tight game. We also said that one goal may decide this encounter, or it may very well go straight to penalty kicks. Brathwaite to Elliott. Elliott looking to come in field with it, gets it to Fonset. He's not going to get that return ball. It goes out of play, and it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. So, of course, the Coca-Cola cheerleaders are here as well. Nice big promotion here from Coca-Cola. All their signage, giveaways, entertainment. It's all happening here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. As Fraser is down at the moment, and he's going to be getting some treatment, so we may very well have a minute or so added on to this added on time. Coach Daniel just giving some instructions to Dunbar, but there is the tackle coming in, and that was what caused the little bit of a delay. So this is Bob getting it to Francois. Francois going forward with it and then playing that ball along to Crovado. He's not going to get it before Cooper. Cooper just ushering it out. No, actually it's kept in. And Crovado fighting for it. Does well. Gets it to Haywood. It's picked up now by Rose. Eventually, Young kicking it downfield, and the whistle goes to indicate that it's halftime here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. It's the Coca-Cola National Intercol Boys Final. We're yet to see a goal after 45 minutes of play. Both these teams are going for it, but they're not able to be separated. And at halftime, it's Presentation College 0, St. Anthony's College 0 here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Welcome back here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium. We're at the half. It's the boys Coca-Cola National Intercol final. We're at the half. It's Presentation College 0, St. Anthony's College 0. Neither team could get a goal in the first half. The deadlock hasn't been broken, and it's been a real tough encounter between these two teams, and they're going at each other, but yet we unable to see a goal. Referee Crystal Sobers, she had the whistle and she indicated the first half action started. Elliott was on the front foot together with Brathwaite. Clement just couldn't get the shot on target as St. Anthony's tried to start as quickly as Presentation, but Wilson Wright, he had a cracking shot from distance, but it was well held by Lazarus. And then Wilson Wright again playing Crovador through, and the ball was played across to the right side. Miller was coming in, but he wasn't allowed to get the shot away by Young. And Miller again with the cross too close to the keeper. Crovador, he's been really good all afternoon trying to get the ball across. And from the corner, Lazarus came, had the punch, but look how many defenders were back for Presentation, just ensuring that no way that ball was going into the back of the net. And then a shot coming from Brathwaite, not a great one. It was not on target, went high over the bar, and referee Sobers then indicated after 2 minutes of added on time that enough was enough. Here, let's have a look at the stats. Very even so far. 2 shots from Presentation, 3 from St. Anthony's. 1 shot on target from St. Anthony's College. None yet from Presentation. 4 fouls to 0. No yellow cards, no red cards. 1 offside for Pres. None for St. Anthony's. 5 corners to 4. 1 save from the Presentation College keeper. And look at the possession. Just 52% Presentation, 48% to St. Anthony's. No wonder that green thing at the top, that green thing is saying 0-0 because that is the score. Let's toss down to pitch side where Hans is there with Brent and Louis.
Thank you very much, Colin. Guys, who wants it more, it seems, the Lions or the Tigers?
I would have to suggest the Tigers so far, the Lions so far, and what they've been able to do. Presentation College with a territorial advantage so far. They've pinned back St. Anthony's College, not allowed them to come out.
Yeah.
Despite the fact, and I think this would be the disappointment, if there is a disappointment for Coach Cooper, they have not created enough clear-cut opportunities. That has been a downfall. In fact, the clearest opportunities came to St. Anthony's College so far in this game, despite that territorial advantage. But the front foot start by Presentation College has been excellent for them. They're very unfortunate not to be on the score sheet.
Leo Chin, let's talk a little bit about the shooting or the fear of shooting in this game so far.
Yeah, definitely a fair. I mean, you know, these two teams, we know Presentation College, we've spoke about it before, the defensive mindset. But I agree with Brent, I think they have been the better team. They have still been attacking. But yes, you know, it's been very deficient. But one person I do want to make mention of in this St. Anthony's team, actually, is Theo Crovador. I think he's been isolated on top, but he has worked very hard. And a credit to him.
But also credit to Presentation's defense.
Well, I was about to say, and a lot of it is because offensively, Presentation College have pressed back the 2 wingers for St. Anthony's College in Miller and Cooper. They found themselves doing a lot more defensive work than the offensive work that we've gotten used to know from them. They've not been able to do that, and that's why Crovador have been so isolated up front. They have to find a way to let them be free and play a little bit further up forward. But again, Presentation College have not allowed them. Every time the likes of Crovador, Wilson, Cooper, Miller pick the football up, there's 2-3 black shirts within their circle, so they've not been able to play. And that's the reason why I think St. Anthony's College have struggled a bit to get into this football game. They have to find a way to break that and get the likes of those 3 that I mentioned going forward and not defending backward.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. What does Coach Cooper and Coach Daniel need to get their charges to do?
Yeah, well, it's all about creating more clear-cut chances because, I mean, we have been seeing an exciting game of football. I don't know if it's the atmosphere or what, because there hasn't been many clear-cut wow moments.
Yeah.
But they definitely need to be a little more creative in the final third. The likes of Elon Wilson, right? He needs to get on the ball a lot more for St. Anthony's if they want to get a chance of scoring goals today.
Well, speaking of creative, we have a special guest with us. We actually have the president of the Grenada Football Association, Mr. Marlon Glean. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you, Hans. Thank you very much.
Listen, it is a great day here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Let me know how you feel about the game thus far, man.
No, so far it's a very competitive game. I think both teams have chances. it's a very even game. So I think you go anywhere. So
All
it's a brilliant atmosphere.
Well, we talked about your creativity just a little bit before, right? But let's get into it. You've been able to revitalize a lot of grassroots programs in terms of football in Grenada and youth football specifically. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we've been in office just over a year now. And for me, the focus has to be on youth development and grassroots. We have to be able to start the football all over in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
If you look at the Caribbean right now, we've lost a lot. You know, from the days of the Dwight York, the Stern John, the Brent Sancho, etc., to what we see now. In terms of the youth football in the Caribbean right now, we're way behind.
Yeah.
So to get it back, we have to invest in youth football.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about your meeting with the PFA president. You went to England, you actually met with the PFA president. What are some of the lessons learned from that particular meeting?
Well, as I said to you before, we're behind in youth football. Our Intercol football, you know, yesterday we had our final in Grenada. Today we're in Trinidad. Our youth football, this is our prime competition in most of the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
So we need more investment in terms of government, in terms of football associations, but also in terms of fan turnout.
Yes.
You know, I remember as a kid watching Intercol in Trinidad, and the stadium used to be packed. Now we probably have half of the stadium. Same thing in Grenada yesterday. So we have to be able to revitalize youth football, especially at the secondary schools and even at the primary schools, so that these kids could get that platform to build from.
Indeed.
Once we get there, then we can start looking at what the PFA was saying in terms of opportunities for players from the Caribbean. No longer do we have the Dwight Yorks, the Stern John coming out.
Correct.
So how do we get players at that level so that we can get them into Europe, get them into England, wherever it is?
And as you said, start it earlier. Thank you very much, Mr. Managleen, for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
Grenada Football Association President. Well, the score at the half in the Coca-Cola Intercol Boys Final, St. Anthony's College 0, Presentation College 0. We remind you to stay up to date with all the action. Download the SportsMax app today via the Google Play or the Apple App Store. We'll be back with more here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium.
Welcome back here to the Hazley Crawford Stadium. We're at the half. It's the Coca-Cola Intercol Boys National Final. It's Presentation College 0, St. Anthony's College 0. It's been a very competitive first half, but neither team really could break the deadlock. It's been a very, very tough encounter. Both defenses have held up good. There we see sections of the crowd. It's been a good crowd has come in to witness the final as the St. Anthony's reserve players, they're just getting their warm-up at the side of the field. As we continue to look at the members of the public who have come in to witness this final. Of course, Presentation College hailing from San Fernando and St. Anthony's College out of West Moorings, very close by, so that you would think that their supporters may very well outnumber the Presentation College supporters, but Presentation College have always had very, very good support at Intercol level, at secondary schools level in the whole. They've always had good support, but there's the Presentation players just doing a warm-up routine before they get back onto the field of play, just getting all their limbering up and ensuring that when they do get back onto the field that they are going to be in a good position and not be cold and certainly cramp up or anything like that, or pull a muscle, which is so vitally important that they get their bodies warm. And they just are going to say their last-minute prayer. As this is the St. Anthony's College players now doing their little routine as they are going to go back onto the field of play. So we're getting ready for second half action here. The excitement of the second half, and really and truly we think a goal, early goal here should really get this game going. As there is the captain, Aaron Wilson Wright, just seeing his last minute prayers as we're just about ready to get action going here. St. Anthony's with the kick. Crovador gets it all the way back to Francois. That's not a great ball, but luckily it goes towards Haywood. He's going to try and play it through the middle towards Dunbar. A little bit of a collision between Haywood and Jones. And the ball goes out of play, and Haywood is still down. Wilson Wright goes across to see what's is the problem, but seems to be holding on to his ankle at the moment. But there a little bit of a collision between him and Jones, so he's getting some treatment, Haywood, and you would expect that it's nothing that serious, that he's going to be back up in a minute.
I was about to say, Colin, they don't make football shoes like they used to.
No, they're almost like dress shoes.
Yeah.
Except they've got pegs at the bottom. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah.
And if you're stepped on in any form or fashion, it is extremely painful. And you go back to football boots of yesteryear.
Yes.
It's almost like it's like a construction boots compared to what we have now.
So very true. Well, it's Haywood. He's actually going to come off, but in the meantime, Rose is going to take the throw. So Haywood is off, just tying his boots as Rose takes the throw, gets it downfield. Wilson Wright heads it on, but it's cleared right back upfield. And free kick goes the way of Clement as he's brought down. So the
all eyes on the ball.
Yeah.
He's been lively, Clement, up front for Presentation College, and I think again that final third, Colin, the execution in that. That's where your money's made as a professional footballer.
Very true. Very, very true.
the best in the world are very, very good in that department.
Well, let's see. Is Cooper going to hit it from long range? Yes, he did, but never. He was hustled there in the end by Crovador, so he never really got over the ball, and it was always heading up and went high over the bar. So here's Haywood back on the field, gets it to Fraser, back to Haywood. Haywood does well, turns and plays it in field nicely as Francois slips. But here comes Elliott, and that was Fonset, sorry, looking to get it towards Clement.
Look how quickly all the black shirts get back,
Yep,
Colin.
that's it.
And that's a hallmark of what Presentation College is all about.
Yeah,
Just do not allow you an opportunity to transition on them. Again,
Brent, we said that at the beginning of the game. When they lose possession, everybody seems to just get behind the ball.
Yeah.
Quickly at that. Well, here's a free kick for St. Anthony's.
Let's another look at it here. Wilson trying to wiggle his way through. There's no room in the end because Jones makes sure that he is accounted for. Again, the support. This time is Elliott coming back defensively.
Yeah, as Fraser was trying to come inside, did well, but Elliott coming back to help. And the ball goes out, and it's going to be a corner for St. Anthony's. Wilson Wright is coming over to take it. So we've just started the second half, just 4 minutes old. As the rhythm section gets going, you can hear the noise in the background as Wilson Wright curls this to the far post, headed away, goes to Rose. Not sure what he tried to do there, but he gets a second bite of it. Is he going to try and get it over? He should try to get it across. This is another good ball there being played in field, and the shot eventually comes, goes over the bar. Well, Haywood was the one, and it went high over the bar, and that was the ball going over, and
probably should have done better. Yeah, probably should have composed himself a little better. Haywood tried to get it on frame, but it's the right attitude from St. Anthony's College. Coming back into this second half, and obviously this is the type of game, Colin, that is decided in moments. You just wonder if St. Anthony's College can create that moment. They've had to weather the storm in the first half.
Yeah, they have to, and they've done well so far. So another throw for St. Anthony's as the ball is thrown upfield. Again, we see there are some ball boys here for this game, but not as many as I would have liked, because there was Young having to go after the ball himself. So Young with the throw.
It's a good throw.
Heads go up again. Eventually cleared downfield, but to no one in particular, because everybody back defending from St. Anthony's.
They certainly are a threat on set plays, Presentation College. Some big bodies that they could push forward in Cooper, Pemberton, Barkley. All have a liking for trying to get their head on the football.
Haywood, long clearance. Pemberton getting there before anybody did. Yeah,
he's done well to clean it up.
Well, here goes Young. Plays that ball wide towards Brathwaite. Brathwaite coming in field with it. Chips it, but not a good ball. Yeah. Not a good ball at all. But Cooper gets it wide towards Brathwaite. Elliott further wide. He's got to go back. He's got to be careful.
That's good football.
Yep. Gets it to Jones, who gets it to Pemberton. This is Young. Young comes in field with it. Looking around. Goes wide towards Elliott. Elliott keeps it in. Sends the cross one time in. But it's now picked up here by Brathwaite. Again, Elliott goes to the far post. Miller is fighting for that ball there. Eventually with Fonset, and it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Young is going to take the throw. He's going to look to launch this one into the box. They go straight back to Young. Let's see the cross. Decides to go up the line, turns with it, sends the cross over now. Fonset can't get the shot away. And Jones was charging in. So St. Anthony's really defending very well now. It's with Cooper.
Yeah, it took too long to get rid of it. This could be trouble.
This is Wilson Wright.
Look at the black shirts flooding back, Colin, again.
Turning with it is Williams. Or Thomas, sorry. And that ball played now forward towards Elliott. But it's won back here by Barkley. Young to Brathwaite. Barkley can't control it, but does well in the end. But then he gives it away to Wilson Wright. Miller comes in field with it. This is good. This is very good. Fraser. Fraser, he was looking for his shot. He was trying to get that ball under control and just couldn't get the shot away.
Well, Elliott got back and defended well. Again, just so impressed by the determination and desire, Colin, of Presentation College to get back and make sure that in transition they're not beaten. It's been excellent by them.
Well, here's Fraser. Plays that ball towards Croverdale.
That's good skill.
Actually towards Harewood. And Harewood wouldn't give up. And eventually it came off of Elliott, and the throw has already been quickly taken. This is Fraser. Harewood plays it in field towards Wilson Wright. Trying to get the shot away. The ball goes wide towards Miller. Miller looking to come in field with it. The shot comes over the bar.
Hit the target. That was a chance. It's the first time really we've seen significant penetration by St. Anthony's College. The ball's laid off there to Dunbar.
Yeah.
Dunbar scored in the national semi-finals. Really should have put his name on the score sheet there again. Albeit, of course, Colin, it was a little way out, but I just felt that with the amount of time he's given to place it, maybe he should have done better.
Well, the throw taken, but again, it comes off of... It's going to be another throw for Presentation as they go up the right side. It's about 10 minutes gone in this second half. Still a long way to go. This is Clement. Well, searching ball, trying to... You could see him looking to go right-sided towards Elliott. Morris throws that ball towards Fraser. Fraser coming in field with it. And he goes over. But it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. No foul, says referee Sobers, as Fraser was clattered into. Here's Fraser again, didn't control it. And this time it's sent upfield, looking for Clement. Fonset playing that ball forward again, looking for Clement. Cooper gives it away towards looks like Dunbar, is it? Trying to get it to that right side, but it's cleared back upfield. Rose and Clement, or no, that's Rose and Brathwaite in a little bit of a tussle. Yeah, it was Rose and Brathwaite. And in fact, it came off of Rose, as we see the spectators here trying to urge their team on to at least get that first goal. Cooper. Wilson Wright puts it down nicely, gets it to Fraser. Fraser plays a difficult ball towards Crovado, and he allows that ball to run out, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Anthony's. Sorry, a goal kick for Presentation, as goalkeeper Lazarus. What is he going to do? Is he going to go long? Because Crovado is just at the edge of the D, waiting for that short pass to put under pressure. There's Coach Cooper, just bellowing some instructions to his team. This is Rose, looking to come in field with it. Plays a good ball there. Fraser giving chase. It's a really good ball back from Brathwaite, but he gets the return. Looking to come in field with it. It's picked up here by Bob, who bangs it downfield. So Presentation. Elliott trying to flick it in field for Clement. Francois, he's there, gives it to Rose. Jones not able to control it. Oh, that's a strong challenge.
Yeah, again, I don't think necessarily it's malicious.
Yeah,
it's late, yes.
Yeah, he gets a yellow card. Levi Jones goes into the first player to be booked.
Yeah, and I really think it's the afters, not necessarily the actual connection with the ball, because he did win the ball, but I think his momentum following through is the problem, and would have attracted the attention of referee Crystal Sobers.
And she was right on spot, so he couldn't get away with that. So here is the free kick from Francois. Fraser goes up with the head, but it comes off the head and goes out for a goal kick. There's confirmation of that yellow card for Levi Jones of Presentation College. In the meantime, making a substitution is St. Anthony's College, and Miller seems to be the man coming off. And Thomas is going on. So Jean-Marc Thomas is going on, so you would expect him to go up front, and Crovado maybe to come wide on that right side. So that should be the interesting change. But there's Crovado.
I suspect Thomas is going to go central.
Yeah, he's going to go central.
And we should allow Fraser and Crovado on either flank.
Yeah.
It's been a quiet afternoon for Miller, and it's really down to the way that Presentation College have applied themselves, not giving them any room whatsoever. Made it very difficult for them. Here comes Thomas.
Yep, getting his first touch.
Good tackle.
Loses out. Wilson Wright. Oh, he turns well with that. Looking for some support. Still in possession. Plays a beauty of a ball. But that's good defending by Pemberton. That was a really good ball through to Crovado. And Pemberton got there before him and was able to play it out for a right-sided corner. So here is the right-sided corner. It's going to be taken by Wilson Wright. Well, he's hit that with the outside of his boot, but it started wide and it continued going wide. Not a great corner from Wilson Wright. So it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. No goals yet here at the Hasely Crawford Stadium. to be honest, not very surprised, because we all thought that this is going to be a very tight affair between two teams that defensively are pretty good. Young intercepts. Looking for Clement. Ball played towards Young. Goes out of play. It's going to be a throw for Presentation. So Young himself is going to take the throw. For Thomas, but Cooper is there. That's not a good ball. Once you play these type of balls on this surface,
yeah, it's going to go away.
Yeah, you're giving your teammate no chance to get it.
Yeah, it's the right idea, but I think it was always going to be difficult.
Wilson Wright, oh, he turns beautifully with that. He's still in possession, and St. Anthony's trying to come away with it, but however, there comes Presentation. As Jones was playing that ball towards Elliott, well intercepted by Haywood.
It's been a tense final so far.
It has been.
But both sets of supporters are waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, but neither team seems, Brent, they don't want, neither defense is not making a mistake. They're so very tight with their defending. And defending in numbers. But this is Wilson Wright. Gets it to Fraser.
Is he going to shoot?
Looking for the shot. Oh, he does well. Puts his man down, plays that ball to Crawford. Well, it's a penalty.
No, that's wrong. He's got the ball first. And I'm not sure. And I think that's what the Presentation College players are suggesting.
Yep, they're arguing that he played the ball.
Yeah.
Crystal Sobers is shaking her head. She disagrees.
So once he made inroads to go out for that tackle, it looks like Brathwaite here.
Look at Fraser, did very well.
He puts it. Look at Brathwaite with the tackle. Certainly gets the ball first. There we go. He gets the ball first, and I think the follow through is Mayeshima. No, that's a clean challenge. I don't think that's the right call at all.
Yep, he got the ball. It appears so. It really appears that he got the ball.
Yeah, he's got the ball first.
Yep.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, Fraser is going to take it. Andel Fraser with the opportunity to put St. Anthony's in the lead. Here is Fraser, picks back up the ball. Fraser against Lazarus. Fraser, oh, it's saved by Lazarus. Brilliant save by Lazarus, absolutely brilliant. He guessed the right way, and he's kept his team in the game.
And we talked about him being an important component, not just a leader vocally, but look at what he can do from a goalkeeping perspective. Left early.
Yep.
Surprised that the kick still went down that corner because he left very early.
I think Fraser had made up his mind. He was going
there by the hooker crook.
Well, here's Clement. Elliott trying to get it through as making the run. I was thinking he might have gone in an offside position. Brathwaite. So it's going to be a goal kick for St. Anthony's.
And I think, Colin, it's important for what viewers to understand that we have the advantage of several camera angles, and I think referee Sobers have done a good job so far. But I do feel, Colin, that Brathwaite got to the ball first.
Brent, when I looked at the replay, I thought so as well. But you know, you have to say, Crystal Sobers would not have seen that. She would have seen the tackle at the end. And there was maybe a little bit of, not a little bit, but there was contact, and she would have seen that, but not realizing
there was
that
a touch
Brathwaite
before.
had touched the ball before. Well, here is presentation. They come forward with
Clement.
Yep, Barkley was through, wasn't he?
This game's coming a bit stretched now.
Here is Provador coming in field with it. And a sliding challenge coming from Pemberton. This game is heating up now.
And I think all eyes was on Crystal Sobers for that particular challenge. But let's look at the one that was a penalty. Look at Brathwaite, number 16, about to come into the picture. Touches the ball right there.
That's right.
Before Crovador. And look at where Crystal Sobers is. There's a bunch of players in front of us. I don't think necessarily she got a clear picture of it. But as I've said many times, we do have the advantage of several cameras here.
Yeah. Brathwaite did get the ball. Yes, there was contact, but he had played the ball early, and with his sliding motion, he didn't make contact with him, but he got the ball. Well, here is, and I suppose you have to say in the end, Brett, maybe justice was done because Lazarus made the save. But here is that ball played forward, but you can't blame referee Sobers. I think you're right, because she would have seen it very late. There were bodies in front of her, and she would have seen Crovador go down and would have immediately signaled for the penalty. But the thing is, the presentation players, immediately they surrounded her because they knew Brathwaite had played the ball.
Yeah.
But here is Rose as St. Anthony's looking to come forward. Cooper towards Elliott. Haywood is in front of him. It was Thomas flicking it back to Haywood. It's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Just about 70 minutes gone here. Ball played in field, but too close to goalkeeper Lazarus. That's not going to trouble him. Ball played forward towards Brathwaite. Gets it to Young. He's trying to give the return ball to Brathwaite, who is going up that left side, but here's Brathwaite. Good strong challenge. So don't download the SportsMax app today. Don't miss the excitement of the Intercol football here on the SportsMax app. Download from the App Store, the Google Play Store, and you can catch all the action. So download that SportsMax app today. Brent Sancho's got it, so you can get it too. Download it. As in the meantime, presentation. They have a left-sided corner, and it's sent too close to the goal, but it's not even close to the goal, but behind the goal, and it's going to be a goal kick for St. Anthony's. As that kick is sent downfield, Crovador is in a race with Pemberton, and Pemberton does very well indeed. He's able to put it out, and it's going to be a throw for presentation. Sorry, it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's as Pemberton. It came off of Pemberton last and not Crovador. So the throw went towards St. Anthony's. The ball now played a long ball from Francois, a really aimless ball. It goes high, wide, and not so handsome. And it's going to be a goal kick for presentation.
Well, you have to credit St. Anthony's College, Colin. They've certainly gotten themselves back into this game. A game where we saw Presentation College dominate territorially, but not necessarily in amount of clear-cut opportunities on goal. St. Anthony's College have come to life. Thomas now, their normal number 9, has come onto the pitch, which have sent Couvador out wide. This is a mistake.
Oh, here's
horrible mistake.
Clement with a chance. Oh, he's a good goalkeeping by Morris. Excellent. Came off his line quickly and denied Clement. He should have put it in the back of the net. So, a clear-cut chance here for presentation. A mistake at the back. Clement was through on goal. Morris came off his line. Nullified the attack.
And what a save by Morris. Just felt that the pressure by the defender made Clement mine up for him. Colin, I did think he shot too early, but again, the trailing defender, looks like Francois, did push Clement to make that decision. That was a chance.
It certainly was a very, very clear-cut chance. This is Wilson Wright. Can't get hold of it. Sent upfield. Clement is there, but it's won back by St. Anthony's. Wilson Wright. He's had a really good game as well. As that ball is played up that left side. Away goes Young. That's good tackling by Rose, coming back to put him under pressure.
Yeah.
And eventually plays it out, and it's going to be a throw for presentation.
He's done well, Young. So, not afraid to get forward, that's for sure. Playing in that left wing back position, providing that extra bit of width and impetus for Presentation College.
Coming up to 75 minutes. 15 minutes left to break this deadlock. Here's Clement. Is he brought down? No, says the referee. And we see the Presentation players asking the question. Clement holds on to his ankle. And referee Sobers is going to go across him and say, what's the problem?
We have another look at it here. Oh boy, I tell you. Obviously from even from that camera angle, I'm not sure how much
contact was made.
Made. Tell you what, Colin, if there ever was an example as to how difficult an official job is, I think this game has provided that for viewers. There's been so much conversation about VAR and the importance of VARs. We have another look at it here.
Wow.
Yeah, there is contact, but again, is it enough contact to stop Clement from progressing? Or was it just a tap? And I think that's the challenge with VAR. You can see images on your screen, Colin, but the images can't tell you how forceful it has been. As we have a look at some of the stats.
The possession for St. Anthony's
has gone up.
Yeah.
And now they have taken charge, and the pass completion as well for St. Anthony's have gone up. And I think that's the challenge with VAR. As much as it's a good aid for officials, it just doesn't tell the human side to things. I think that's the biggest complaint with it.
Well, 76 minutes have gone. Still, we await the first goal here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. As Young is going to take the throw. Headed into the middle towards Wilson Wright. Does well. Plays it in field. That's a good ball. So St. Anthony's keeping possession at the moment, and Francois sends a long ball forward. Trying to clip it back towards Fraser. This is Thomas. Was trying to turn with it and couldn't. And let's see, the throw goes the way of Presentation. Brathwaite looking to get it forward. And it goes towards Clement. Again, Francois is there. This is Barkley. Was thinking of the shot, but then decides to go wide to Brathwaite. Brathwaite, back to Jones. Jones trying to kick it on that favored left foot, but gets it to Brathwaite. Sends it across, and that's well intercepted. I tell you, that was well blocked. As Presentation putting some pressure on now. Eventually, it's going to be cleared downfield. And it's going to be a throw again for Presentation.
Yeah, vital block there by Francois. Tell you what, they were queuing up, Colin, behind him. All seeing their name in stars glittering as a possible match winner. This is unfortunate for Presentation, because he has been a good outlet for them.
Malik Brathwaite. So he's down at the moment. Let's hope that he'll be all right. But Presentation have started to come on since that penalty that went against them. They've started to push forward and have created problems for St. Anthony's. There is the St. Anthony's skipper, Wilson Wright.
Well, with possibly Colin 12 plus minutes added on as well, taken into consideration, you do think this is a time where if a coach makes the right change, it could impact this football game. And you just think that the game is teetering on that situation.
Yeah, it's crying out for a super sub, isn't it?
Yeah, Thomas has done well since he's come on for St. Anthony's. But you just think that if Presentation College could make the right change, as we see some of the fans.
Yep, so, well, don't miss, let's have the SportsMax app moment, Brent. And let's see, it was
the save.
The save by Lazarus, wasn't it? Brilliant.
How big a save was that? Did everything right, read the kicker's body position and angled himself the right way, and Captain Lazarus with the save.
Yep, that is the SportsMax app moment. And what a moment for Presentation and Lazarus. Well, Presentation seemed to have made a substitution. We'll try and give you that in a minute. Or the So Brathwaite has come off. And it appears that Ford has gone on. So here is Jones with the free kick. This is Clement. Sends it across. But Young heading it on. He loses his footing. So there is the confirmation of the sub. Ford for Brathwaite. As Presentation. Looking to come forward. It's a nice turn from Clement. He's gone into a wide position as Ford has gone more into a striking role. As the wind has picked up here at the Easy Crawford Stadium. Pretty windy now. It's going to be a throw for Presentation. We are into the final 10 minutes of this game.
About to say, Colin, all of a sudden, just can't see where the goal is going to come from for either team. It's a good ball.
Oh, it's in the back of the net. Offside.
Offside. I tell you what, Colin, again, I'm not sure.
Well, got it over the keeper's head. Was it Barkley, it looked like? But he was in an offside position. We'll have a look at that again. That's Barkley playing that ball wide.
I'm looking at the linesman, and his flag was up very, very early, Colin. He did not hesitate to get that flag up.
Here is Wilson Wright getting it to Fraser. Fraser running at his man, plays it in field. And back to,
Got the finish. Harewood,
Yep.
tell you what, 2 chances, one called for an offside and not one by Harewood, Colin. He just really needed to settle himself. It's a bit of deflection. Fraser driving with the ball, comes off of the angle of Cooper, good sliding challenge. Ball comes back in the pathway of Harewood, and here's the other one for offside. Look at number 15. Is he in offside position? Ooh,
Difficult
I
to
tell you.
We need to draw the lines. We need to draw the lines, Brent.
I
Where
am
are the
not
lines?
Because I think originally, once he got into the position, I wondered if he was offside. But Colin, on contact, when the ball was played, actually, not necessarily on contact, but when the ball was played, I'm not sure.
Well, the assistant referee on the far side had the flag up very early indeed. So the ball played out to Clement. He's gone wide here. Playing it forward towards Ford. And he brings down his man. It's going to be a free kick for St. Anthony's. We have 6.5 minutes left. Still goalless. Who can break this deadlock? Harewood is going to take the free kick. No, he's leaving it for Francois. Francois plays it across towards Bob. Sends it downfield. That's a good ball wide by Dunbar. But it's played out, and it's going to be a throw for presentation. Penalty kicks are looming.
I believe both teams have had their chance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, of course, St. Anthony's College, as we have a look at the Coca-Cola girls, St. Anthony's College probably will feel that with Morris in goal, come up with a couple big saves against Queen's Royal College.
He can do the same again.
And he can do the same again against Presentation College. But Lazarus is
Lazarus is a super keeper. I really like the look of him.
And he's been there, done that, and won the T-shirt. So, as much as I don't like a final to be decided by penalty kicks, you have to have that conversation because we're not far off. This is poor.
Fraser. Oh, he was a bunker.
Brilliant tackle.
Yep.
Brilliant challenge.
So here is still St. Anthony's in possession, but
Cooper took it
away and just played it out.
And how many times we've seen that, Colin? Presentation College defenders coming back and making those last-ditch tackle. Look at this for a tackle.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
That's not a Brent Sancho tackle, Colin?
No, I think it was a Brathwaite tackle. No, but it was really an excellent tackle, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Because Fraser was just about ready to unleash, wasn't he? Well, we see a substitution. And Thomas is making his way off and going on is Boyce. So Boyce for Thomas. So we just wait and see Fraser if he's going to be all right. He's one of the, if it does goes to penalty, even though he missed Byrne, he's one of the penalty takers for St. Anthony's.
Yeah, he would be expected to.
He would be expected to take a kick. So it's just checking the St. Anthony's. Ford is the man going on. My apologies. Ford going on and Thomas coming off. Yes, that's right. It was Ford, the number 9 for St. Anthony's, replacing Thomas. Ford tends to play wide on the left or wide on the right, very much left-footed. And maybe Crovador would go back into the central position. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Ford. So we have just about 2.5 minutes left. here is the man who came on as a substitute. That's Ford. Still gets possession. Ford has to go back towards Brathwaite. Long ball forward by Bob. But here goes Thomas. Still Thomas in possession, but finally it's taken away from him. Elliott plays that ball up to Barclay. And it's run out of play by Francois. And it's going to be a throw for Presentation. Is the Presentation drummers just trying to get their team going in this final minute. We understand that there's going to be 4 minutes of added on time. So we're just coming up to the 90th minute, 1 minute left for the 90th minute, and then we have 4 minutes of added on time. It's a long ball, but across comes Pemberton. See another substitution for Presentation. Jacob is on and Elliott is off. So Jacob for Elliott. Just wondering, Brent, is the coach thinking of penalties, and maybe Jacob is one of those who may take a penalty.
Yeah, don't blame him.
No, but you've got to think that way now, because you're into the 4 minutes of added on time. There is the board showing 4 minutes. Did say, Brent, that this game could very well end up into penalty kicks, but here, let's see if there can be a change and somebody can actually win it in normal time. Here's Fraser, plays that ball across, and I think the referee is going to call back play for a free kick. Let's see. Yes, she is. Referee Sobers is going to award a free kick as a late challenge coming into on Fraser. We'll maybe have a little look at that again, Brent. As Fraser was about to play off the ball, it was a latish challenge. And I think Francois is going to wet his lips at this one. The big question is, can he keep it down?
It's quite a distance, and also quite a distance to beat a talented goalkeeper in Lazarus in goal. It's not only going to have power, Colin, but it's also going to have significant amount of direction on it.
I think there's a slight drizzle at the moment as well, so this will add to the drama in these last couple of minutes. Here's Wilson Wright. The deflection just goes wide.
Well, I'm not sure if he touched it.
Yeah, it probably didn't. He didn't. It's a goal kick.
Yeah.
But I thought there was a deflection from the shot, but it wasn't.
Well, for a minute, I thought it was creeping in. Look at this for a strike. Wilson Wright, he gets a lot into it. Massive deflection. Ooh. Tell you what, Colin, that was close. Very, very close.
A confirmation of the yellow card for Cooper of Presentation. As Rose goes down that right side, plays it back in field. Goes out of play. So St. Anthony is in the last minute or so trying to get this winner. They don't want it to go to penalty kicks. Nobody wants it to go to penalty kicks. That's a good tackle. Not allowing the cross to come in. It's time the throw sent in the box. Headed up straight back to Rose. Gets another throw. Provado turns with it, but not a good turn. It goes out of play. And it's going to be a goal kick for Presentation. We are in the final minute of the 4 minutes added on. No goals here. This is the Coca-Cola National Intercol Boys Final. St. Anthony's College 0, Presentation College 0. They've been going on it for 93 minutes now, and neither team could be separated. Clement tries to push it through. Ball play down towards Fraser. Cross comes Cooper. He bangs it out of play. And it's going to be a throw for St. Anthony's. Yet another throw. So just about 15 seconds left here before referee Sobers blows a whistle to indicate that it'll be kicks from the penalty mark. Goes back towards, this is Francois. Bangs it goalwards, and that was always going over the bar. It's the final shot of the game as the referee blows her whistle to indicate the game has come to an end. St. Anthony's College 0, Presentation College 0. And Brent, we sort of forecasted this, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did talk about how tight a fixture this would be. And both teams have showed throughout this Coca-Cola Intercol that they can be very stingy defensively. And that is exactly what transpired.
So we're going to kicks from the penalty mark now. And again, Brent, it's who will hold their nerve. But that is the final score here in the Coca-Cola Intercol Boys National Final. Presentation College 0, St. Anthony's College 0. So let's have a quick look at the highlights. Started in the first half with Presentation going at the St. Anthony's team. But then a shot there from Francois. And Wilson Wright had his shot, but well saved by Lazarus. Wilson Wright, in the thick of things, sent the ball across to Provado, who was trying to find Miller. Great tackle coming in from Young. He put Miller off. But here was Miller again. That's too close to the keeper. Provado getting to that byline, but a good challenge from Pemberton. The corner came in. Look at the bodies covering that goal for Presentation. They get behind the ball so quickly when they don't have possession. Then the shot from Brathwaite, not a good one. So that was the end of the first half. Second half action. Shot coming there from Wilson Wright. Then another one going over the bar. Just couldn't keep it below. And there is the tackle from Brathwaite. And referee Sobers indicated it was a penalty. The penalty was taken by Fraser, but that man Lazarus in goal for Presentation was diving to his right, pushed it away, and then right after that, another glorious chance, this time falling to Presentation. Vaughan Clement had that opportunity, and the goalkeeper came up big. And then Wilson Wright with the shot that went just wide, and the teams could not be separated at the interval, at the end of the game. It ended goalless between these two teams, Presentation College and St. Anthony's College. So we don't just wait for kicks from the penalty marks, the team saying their final prayers.
I think when you look back at the highlights of the game, certainly the better opportunities came to St. Anthony's College. As we look at the stats, Presentation College with 3 shots, none on target. St. Anthony's having 7 shots, 2 of those on targets, 8 fouls in total, 7 for Presentation College, 1 for St. Anthony's. 1 card in the game, and it was a yellow one shown to a Presentation College player.
Levi Jones.
Levi Jones, to be precise. 2 offsides, 2 for Presentation College, 0 for St. Anthony's College. 12 corners split right down the middle, 6 apiece for Presentation College and St. Anthony's College. 2 save for Presentation College and Lazarus, and 46% possession for Presentation College and 54 for St. Anthony's College. A lot of that 54 came in the second half. But the main scoreline is the one on top. Presentation College 0, St. Anthony's College 0, in a game that saw both teams in a seesaw battle. Not a lot of clear-cut opportunities. The ones that did come, I would say Colin fell to St. Anthony's College. But both teams showed very good resilience defensively. Can they show nerves at the penalty spot?
Yeah, you're right. I think it's who holds their nerve better. Morris must be a very confident young man because tends to be the penalty stopper in the team. But then you've got a guy like Lazarus who is very experienced and a very, very good goalkeeper. So let's, it's going to be Presentation kicking first.
It's up against Morris. I think Colin Morris is the only goalkeeper in world football to win back-to-back penalty shootouts. He won one the day before.
I like
he
that.
did for Queen's Royal College.
In world football. Okay, Brad.
I'm not sure any goalkeeper has done that.
But here's Vaughan Clement with the first kick for Presentation. And Morris, he got his hand to it.
Yeah.
Got his hand to it, but couldn't hold on.
You just felt there, Colin, that Morris would have done not the cleanest of strikes, in fact, right down the middle. And Morris had left to occupy the right side of the goal. Instead, he just couldn't get a firm hand up to stop that one. From Presentation College, they're quite happy to take the lead. Now up comes St. Anthony's College.
Well, boy, it's saved by it's saved by Lazarus. Francois was the man who missed it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he had a solid game throughout. He missed a penalty in regulation time against Queen's Royal College, and then he comes up and he scored in the penalty shootout, but this time doesn't score. Good stuff by Lazarus. Yes, he leaves to his left, but he made sure that he left some sort of occupation in the middle of the goal, and that's occupation of those big red boots to make sure he denied Francois. And now Presentation College has the advantage.
It's Levi Jones. Oh, it's well put away.
Yeah.
Excellent penalty.
He made no mistake, Jones. It's a short run-up, good connection, all the way down in the goal, in the corner of the net. And goalkeeper Morris really had no chance there. And Lazarus with a bit of gamesmanship.
Yep, because it's Wilson Wright coming up to try and get it to 2-1. You have to think he's got to score here, Wilson Wright, to keep St. Anthony's in this encounter. So here is Wilson Wright against Lazarus. Oh, he put it away well. That's excellent. That's a good penalty.
Don't think we expected anything less from that young man, Wilson Wright. It's a good technician, and it's a good penalty. Drops his shoulder to the left, sends Lazarus with his shoulder, and plants the ball to his right with power and conviction. The captain, Wilson Wright, puts St. Anthony's on the board.
Fonset is the next player. So Fonset to make it 3-1 for presentation. Oh, that's a short run-up.
Yeah.
My word, almost a non-existent run-up. He hit it well.
Yeah, he did. And it's one of those where short run-ups, Colin, normally are void with power. It's very difficult to generate power from a short run-up, but don't tell Fonset that, because that's exactly what beat Morris, power. Because he did guess the right way, but with that short run-up, somehow that young man, number 21 Fonset, was able to generate a lot of power, and he's put it into the back of the net.
3-1.
This is a crucial kick. Of course, Cooper missed in the first during regulation time, Colin. This is a big, big kick.
Well, that's a good kick.
Yeah.
That's a very, very good penalty. Was that Fraser? It looks like Fraser.
Fraser, sorry. Yeah, he missed in regulation time. That's a big kick.
Yep, Fraser putting that ball in the top corner. No goalie in the world would say that. Whoa, what a kick. What a good kick.
Not even if he had a rod on an extension. Because Lazarus did go the right way. I wasn't able to pluck that out of the net. Strong kick. This is...
Man who came on as a substitute.
Yeah, this is crunch time now, Colin. Really is.
Ford.
Presentation College 2 kicks away, possibly, from winning the National Intercol Finals. Starts here.
Well, here's Ford against Morris. Oh, he's hit it over the bar.
Yeah, it's a poor kick. I'm not sure, Colin, if he ever made his mind up in the kick, because he placed the ball and he just looked indecisive in his kick. It's a lot of power in it. I don't think he needed that much power. Morris got there. And at the end of the day, blasted it over the bar. I'm always concerned, Colin, when a player puts the ball on for a penalty kick and starts square.
Well, it looks like Thomas is the next kicker for St. Anthony's.
Yeah, that's
a good kick.
Well, I tell you now.
Even Steven.
This.
There was Thomas.
Was a good kick by Thomas. Sends Lazarus the wrong way, blasts it to the top of his right side. Lazarus is left. It's a good, clean penalty. And up now for Presentation College, Young, who I thought, Colin, was excellent throughout this game for them. The left back.
Yep, Young. Very industrious whole afternoon, wasn't he? Well, here's Young with the left foot. Oh, he's missed it!
He's clipped the bar.
He's missed it!
What a turn of events here.
So.
What a turn of events.
Who is coming forward?
Well, it's he's always leaning back, Young. I think when he saw Morris going that way, he decided to give it a little bit extra air, and in giving that extra air, the ball ballooned off the bar and over the top. Now, Colin, this is for all the marbles. It looks like Rose. The right back.
Yep, it seems to be Rose, you're right. Yeah, it is Rose. So to win the Coca-Cola Intercol national title, here is Rose. Oh, it's saved by Lazarus.
What drama. In fact, it was Francois.
No, it was Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, it was Rose. Well, what drama we have here. Daniel Rose to win the Coca-Cola National Intercol title for St. Anthony's. He hit it to the left of Lazarus. Lazarus saved it. So on we go.
Well.
It looks to be, is it?
Yeah, the substitute.
Yeah, Jacob.
Well, you suggested, Colin, that he came on for Elliott and probably for penalty-taking reasons.
Well,
this is it.
Here is Jacob. That's a good penalty.
Great penalty.
4-3 for it's sudden death now.
And all of a sudden, St. Anthony's College went from one kick away from winning the National Intercol Challenge title. Look at that kick again. Placed on the right side, and now they're one save away from losing it. The drama of penalty kicks. And that man with the ball in his hands is bubbling with confidence.
So this is Crovador. Crovador to make it 4-all.
Oh boy.
That's a good kick.
Oh boy. I think Lazarus is disappointed in himself. Yeah. He went early. And maybe, Colin, just maybe, if he stood his ground, as we have another look at it, Crovador went right down the middle. Look at Lazarus. Yeah.
Yep.
If he'd just probably a millisecond to stand his ground a bit, he certainly would have gotten there, and he is disappointed with himself.
He felt he should have, once he went down that middle,
he
felt he should have saved it.
Well, the drama continues.
This is Brathwaite, Micah Brathwaite. Micah Brathwaite.
This is a huge kick for this young man. It's a lot of deliberation. That's a good kick.
That's a good kick.
Wow. Well, he puts his fingers to his lips. And I was worried for him at a point there, Colin, because normally when a penalty taker takes that long to execute, normally means he's having second thoughts, but there's no second thoughts in that one.
No, Micah Brathwaite did well.
Yeah, he did well. Sent Morris the other way, puts his fingers to his lips. I'm not sure he was thinking with that confidence before he kicked it, because there was some long deliberation. Now, this is where you go down to players that normally don't want to kick, Colin. When you get to 7, 8, 9, this is a substitute here.
Substitute Ford.
He's had a good tournament as well, Ford.
Yep, he has. Let's have a look.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh. Lazarus. He can't believe he's missed that one as well.
Oh boy.
He should have stopped that one. You could see him really beside himself. He should have stopped it.
But again, Colin, he gets down quite early and overstretches past the ball. I think, Colin, he's deciding to go early, choosing his corner and not necessarily reacting, which is what you are supposed to do as a goalkeeper. But I think maybe, just maybe, Colin, he's going a tad bit too early.
Well, on we go. It's 5-all. This is Cooper.
This is a difficult one. Oh,
That's
boy.
a good kick. That's a really good kick. 6-5. So Cooper makes his way back.
Yeah, that's a good kick by the big man at the back. It's a lot of power in it. Tried to give the goalkeeper Morris the eyes. Morris got there, but he left without the ball. Now, Colin.
Up to Harewood, it looks like.
Can Harewood get past Lazarus? He could feel the tension. Again, another player who's had a very good Coca-Cola Intercol, Harewood. He's got to beat that man in goal, the presentation captain.
Here is Harewood.
Yeah,
that's a good kick. That's a very good kick.
Yeah.
6-all.
Well, I tell you what, Colin, I am just really impressed by how well these young men are holding their nerves, because this is a good penalty kick. There's no doubt about it. Harewood sizes Lazarus up, went high and in the corner, And using your words, Colin, not many goalkeepers can get to that exceptional kick. And in similar vein to the Arima North and San Juan North game, we're getting down to the end of the kickers.
Well, it's Pemberton now.
Can he
Yeah,
beat
it's
Morris?
Pemberton.
Oh boy, that's a good
Another
kick.
good kick.
Yeah, sent the goalkeeper the wrong way.
And there, the Coca-Cola girls, they're enjoying it. Not too sure if the players or the coaches are enjoying this too
Or the
much.
parents said,
Or
this
the
is
parents.
another good kick.
Yeah.
He dips his shoulder to the left and goes to his left as well. Morris defeated this time. Well, Lazarus have had 2 close calls so far, Colin, in his anticipation and saving a penalty. Is this 3rd time lucky for Lazarus?
Well, it's Dunbar. Let's see what he can do. Dunbar against Lazarus.
It's not a
Stops.
step. I don't think
Oh,
he
he
could
kicks
stop.
it wide.
I don't think he could stop
That's
it
it.
that long.
That's it.
Presentation College have won it the difficult way.
Yeah, they have. And that man in goal, Kenya Lazarus, we talked about him. He's made the difference here today. He saved 3 penalties, Brent. 1 in normal time and 2 in regulation time. Well, the last one missed, but
Yeah.
he was the difference, wasn't he?
Well, the stutter step I'm not sure about, but Lazarus was on the corner. He stopped it. He stopped his progress in running, and truth be told, Colin, maybe that kick should have been retaken because it's certainly not a regulation kick. Nevertheless, that man there being hugged, Lazarus, is the man. And take nothing away from St. Anthony's College, because they have been exceptional throughout this tournament.
They have been.
They're very, very unfortunate to lose this way.
And that young man, Wilson Wright, you feel for him because he's been really a tremendous player for them throughout this tournament. And you're looking at the scenes here because Presentation College of San Fernando, they have emerged as the 2023 Coca-Cola National Intercol winners, and they've done it the hard way. But that man in goal for them was absolutely tremendous. Not only in the first 90 minutes, there he goes, he's all smiles. Not only in the 90 minutes, but during the penalty shootout, he was absolutely brilliant as well. And that's the beauty of having a top-class goalkeeper. Is worth his weight in goal. There is the Presentation players, and unfortunately the coach of St. Anthony's walking away very disappointed, but there's no need to be disappointed. His team got to the final, they gave a tremendous account of themselves, and you have to be proud of the St. Anthony's team. No one really expected them. They finished 6th in the league. No one expected them to get to the final. They not only got to the final, but they took it right down to penalty kicks, and unfortunately someone had to win, someone had to lose, and someone had to miss, and unfortunately they missed more penalties than Presentation did. And the Presentation players enjoying themselves here now in what certainly you have to say was an excellent victory on their part. Yes, they had chances, both teams had chances, but let's go down to Lou. He has the man of the match with him, and who else that can be? Lou, tell us.
Absolutely, Colin. None other than Kanye Lazarus. Not only did he win the degree man of the match, but also the finals MVP. Kanye, you have 2 free hands, so take your 2 free trophies. Absolutely. And how are you feeling right now?
I'm really, really happy right now. I mean, credit to St. Anthony's for giving us a really, really intense game, but of course, prayers are on top.
Nice, and you saved a penalty during the game to keep your team in the match. I mean, what was going through your mind at that point in time?
I actually know I was going to save it because I make sure I did my homework. I went and analyzed the team. I saw when they took penalties, and he was one of them, and I took it on, and I know where he was going, so I knew I was going to save it.
Yeah, that's great. And finally, when the penalty was called, it was a bit of a controversial one. You rallied the troops as a captain. You kept them calm. How important was that?
I mean, it's important. You have to make sure that your players don't get in any bacchanal there, because cards could share, and that's not what you want in a final. So I'm just there to make sure they are good.
Absolutely, Kanye, and you deserve it all. Congrats, yes. Brent Sanchez with the coaches.
Coach, you must be very, very proud of your players and what they've put forward here this afternoon. Your assessment of the game?
What I will do, compliment the boys on the hard work they did today. You know, the destiny was in their hands, that they just give it away. And this is what a part of football, but we have to face it.
Well, in the first half, Presentation College had the better of the exchanges, but you turned things around in the second half, and arguably you created enough chances to probably win a football game. What did you say to your charges at halftime?
Well, I influenced them to go at them a little more, be more composed and confident, and we will get it. But unfortunately, it didn't play for us.
It's a cruel way to lose a final. What do you have to say to the team after such a brilliant effort?
Pardon me?
It's a cruel way to lose a finals. What do you have to say to your team after losing a game like this?
I mean, the boys did us proud, did the school very proud. So we thankful for the hard work they did.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best.
You're welcome.
Of course, Coach Cooper here, joined by his son. Coach, we talked a lot about bringing it back here on the big stage. You mentioned 2019, and of course you're now here, victorious after penalty shootout. Your thoughts?
Man, this is the proudest moment of my life. Yeah? I told you 2007, I dedicated the National Intercol for him when I won it with Naparima. And today, God is good that he's here and he won it. Yeah, so not much coaches could say. They have two sons that won the National Intercol. Shakim also won it. So I'm so proud. I'm elated. I'm elated with the boys. Kanye, big times. So I'm very proud.
Well, I'll talk to Cooper Jr. now. I'm very sure coming down to this game, I'm sure your dad was in the air for a lot of course, building up to this finals. Your thoughts and, of course, the coach's influence and his influence in your life as it relates to winning this final.
Well, I would just like to thank my father because he made a big impact, and he told me I trained for big days like this, and I executed it today.
Coach, winning this, you said it's the best day of your life in football. Winning this and being able to put forward this sort of performance, tell us what you thought was the difference in this game for Presentation College.
Well, we are made of steel. I told you that we are one of the stingiest defense in the league. Not a goal in full time has been scored on Presentation College, and we are built for this. The boys dug deep. I think taking nothing away from St. Anthony's. They brought the game today. They brought the A game, and we stood up. We stood up, and then penalties. We have been successful with penalties. You know this. So I'm just glad. I'm just glad.
Well, Cooper, by 2, you guys are the National Intercol finalists, or winners, sorry, Coca-Cola winners. Go on and celebrate with the rest of your team. Well deserved. Congratulations. Over to Hans.
Thank you.
Well, guys, today it is winners. And earlier, she got the degree player of the match. But we also have to present you, Nikita Gosain, with the Coca-Cola Intercol Girls Intercol Finals MVP for 2023. Both trophies heading to South Trinidad. How you feel about that?
Well, I feel good because even though I have natural talent, I also work hard to get where I am right now. And I did it for my team, my parents, and my coaches, and for my school. And we also hope that next year we come and get everything else.
Well, in the future, what can we look forward to from Nikita Gosain?
You can look forward to me being a big player, coming back and supporting my country, making sure that everything is in place, making sure that my parents are proud of me, making sure that my family are proud of me for all that I did, and I just want to make them proud because I know a lot of people don't have the ability that I have today.
All right, well, Nikita, congratulations to you once again. You all save, capture that interview, and in 5 to 10 years from now, it will count. Congratulations again to you, Nikita. All right, final score here today, Presentation College winning it via penalties. And in the first matchup, Pleasantville Secondary, 2-1 Miracle Ministries. Colin Murray joining me on the pitch finally. Colin, what did you make of today?
Listen to me, we said it. This is going right down the wire. It may very end up goalless and then into penalties. And it's so said, so done. 2 defenses that give away nothing. 2 very good goalkeepers. Lazarus was absolutely brilliant. Morris, on the other hand, has come into his own in St. Anthony's. And both teams tend not to score goals. So this was very predictable. But give both teams credit. They fought right down to the end, didn't they?
Yeah, I was about to say that, of course, Presentation College dominated the first 45 minutes plus. But you have to credit St. Anthony's College, because when you thought they were down and out and Presentation College just needed the knockout punch, up comes St. Anthony's College to switch things around, and they started to dominate the affairs and put Presentation College under tremendous amount of pressure. Of course, both teams defensively, as you rightfully mentioned, Colin, have been stingy throughout, have been dominant throughout, and they showed that today.
Yeah.
And they came up against some very good opposition offensively.
Yeah.
It was a well-fought game, and I think that has impressed me. That is the point that has impressed me in this game. It was a well-fought game, keenly contested by 2 teams that would be considered underdogs coming into this finals, and they showed desire throughout minute 1 to minute 90. Well-deserved, both coaches.
I actually want to touch on that a little bit with Leo now, Brent. Leo, these are not the teams that we would have expected in the finals.
Yeah, these aren't the teams, and that's the beauty of tournament football, because, you know, so many times teams in the league, they have a mediocre season, but they come out in tournament football because they want to win trophies. And that's what happened today with these 2 teams and throughout the Intercol season.
And let's talk about Coach Cooper, the strategist, as I like to call him. Because even in Kanye Lazarus's interview, he actually mentioned they watched the games. They knew what they were coming to face.
Let me tell you something. Sean Cooper is an excellent coach. He's, you know, people may say, oh, he's not adventurous, he doesn't like to go. He is organized. His teams are always very well organized. And I'm not talking this year, you know, even going back. The presentation teams have always been well organized. They're good defensively. Brent and myself were talking during the course of the game. Every time they lost the ball, you just see numbers getting back. They all get back behind the ball. Now, you don't, that's coaching. You tell your players, when you lose the ball, guys, you got to get back. You got to get behind the ball. You know, that, you don't just learn that just so. You learn that through proper coaching. And give Sean Cooper real credit here.
I want to add to that, Colin, because one of the things that St. Anthony's College is very good at is transitional football.
That's right.
They hit you well in the counter-attack. They got the pace with Thomas Gravado,
Miller.
And what he did was nullify that by demanding that his team get back in an orderly fashion, get back in a timely fashion. They did not allow St. Anthony's College any sort of joy. So yes, you have to credit Coach Cooper. And you also have to credit the coach at St. Anthony's College, because he did change things around in the second half. And Coach Daniel was able to start to get in behind Presentation College. So both coaches did play a role here today. But again, one team had to win.
That's right.
And they went down the cruel road, which is the penalty shootout.
Definitely. Well, 2019 Presentation actually took the title as well, and it was a similar story if you look back at it against Sour North Secondary School. Well, the festivities have started here at the Hazy Crawford Stadium with Mikhail Tasia on stage. It is the Coca-Cola Intercol Finals. Pleasantville Secondary School capturing it in terms of the ladies, and in terms of the young men, Presentation College San Fernando. And I know the press men all over the world, they are very boastful once again right now.
Well, I just want to make a quick plug to that Nikita Gosain and the talent that she showed.
Yes.
I mean, I've been blown away. We did ask the question. When I got the message that she was only 13 years old, I think all of us here and the production crew started to ask.
He kept going on in the commentary about she's 13. But the way she picked up the ball, I was telling Brent, she has so much control with the ball. She takes it nicely, she moves with it, and it really, I said, listen, this girl can't be 13 years old. And we had to confirm it at halftime, because just her movement with the ball was super, wasn't it?
She played like a young lady that was well ahead of her time. And then when she went back at defensively, she showed her skills there as well.
Right,
Certainly
that's right.
enhanced. I think we were spot on. We need to save that interview because
Correct.
I think 5 years or so down the road, this young lady will be a superstar. Credit to her. 55 goals in a season as a 13-year-old is no meager feat.
But there's also something very special about her. She has so much fun while playing the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
She does. You could see her. She enjoys the game, and that's what good players are about. They enjoy the game. They go out there. Yes, they may make a bad pass, but they enjoy the game. And everything she did today was super. Every time she picked up the ball, she was doing something with it.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was so. And look at taking that goal. Look, she just banged it into the top corner without hesitation. This is a 13-year-old. Well, boy.
And also, I mean, the fun moments as well. In between, we seen her defend,
Yes,
and
that's
also
right.
after defending, we see her having fun during the game.
Yeah. And I was telling Brent, I said, you know, this young girl is unbelievable. Before, and I was upset that she actually went back in defense because I thought, hey, she's doing so well. Give her a chance for a hat trick, even 4 goals.
Yeah.
But she went back into defense and she was excellent. You know, and then we talking about the girls, the boys. Lazarus, guys, this guy he's not conceded a goal in the Intercol at all. At all.
In regulation time.
In regulation
It
time.
must be said. And one of the things I like about him as he comes up on the screen is his leadership qualities. Every single time Presentation College loses the football, he organizes the defense. He's always bellowing instructions and making sure that his team is well organized. And he also is capable of making that big save. And when you have a goalkeeper that is a leader and is willing to make big saves for you, is willing to come off of his line and catch a football in a crowd, that gives you confidence as a defender. That makes you want to play. That makes you want to give that extra effort. And they said defenses normally start at the back with the goalkeeper and attack as well. He has been that source of inspiration for Presentation College.
Well, as you say that, Brent, one of the things that really caught me this game with Kanye Lazarus was when the penalty was called and he was able to pull the entire team together, showing that true leadership skill of a captain. Really impressive young man.
Yeah, and I think he felt, guys, that he was going to make that save.
He did.
Because he did start pulling his players back, saying, don't worry, guys, I've got this. And, of course, they would have seen, just like we did, that it was probably not the right call. And as I explained during the production, that referee Crystal Sobers does have a difficult job because we have so many different angles of that. But Lazarus made sure that his team not only kept cool, but he stood up to what he decided that he was going to do, which was make that big save. And how important was that save in the grand context of things and what ended up transpiring here this afternoon? Because that save kept Presentation in the game and allowed them to move on to win the national Coca-Cola Intercol finals.
Leo, I want to bring you into the conversation as we get ready to move into the next season. I mean, what do you expect?
Greatness, but unfortunately a lot of these players will be moving on from secondary school. Kanye Lazarus, as we spoke about, you know, speaking to him before the match interview, he's an upper 6, you know, so he's moving on to that higher level of football once again. You know, so it'll be interesting to see the younger guys coming through, you know, the new teams coming up from the championship. Of course, still yet to be decided, but I think the level of school football in Trinidad and Tobago is definitely getting back to a high level.
Yes, the Coca-Cola Intercol champions, the boys of Presentation College, your champions for 2023. On stage right now with Mikhail Teja as we approach and get ready for the medal and official trophy presentation where they lift it on the stage here at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Guys, what do you expect from these young men? I mean, we have the TTPFL happening in Trinidad and Tobago as well as they move on from secondary school. Is it a possibility seeing them?
I think first and foremost for these young men is to cherish this moment because in a football career, you don't win a lot of major trophies. Winning a national Intercol final is extremely important and extremely important to cherish. I think for Lazarus and the rest of his group, they certainly should cherish that. As it relates to moving forward, we've already seen a lot of players come out of the SSFL and have done well so far in the TTPFL. So they have to continue that. And of course, if they decide to go down the other route to university, etc., we've seen players as well that have left this SSFL and done well there as well. So I think tonight is really about celebrating, drinking as much Powerade and as much Dasani as possible, and Coca-Cola. And of course, that man there in yellow probably get his lion's share of Coca-Cola.
I like the way you put it together there, Brent. Lion's share for the Presentation Lions. So guys, both titles going back to South Trinidad and Tobago. Does this speak to the strength of the South League, the South
Not
Zone?
necessarily. I think it's been even this year. I think that the North teams have come back into it. St. Anthony's, for example. Nobody expected St. Anthony's to get to the final. Let's be honest about it. They were a mid-table team in the league. They weren't really exciting. And when I say exciting, I don't mean to watch. I mean exciting that you expected things from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to also credit the North team. Fatima's come back up. St. Anthony's now.
Queen's Royal College.
So Queen's Royal College got into the so I think things are starting. Things are starting to look good, I think, overall. South, we've always talked about South with Presentation, Naparima, Benedict's. I think the North teams seem to be closing that gap. A couple of years ago, you would have, the North teams would not have been spoken about.
Yeah, Shiva Boys, Presentation College, Naparima College. That's what we spoke about.
That's right.
And you also have to give a plug to the East teams, because now all of a sudden, Arima North Secondary is a school that we talked about throughout. Of course, doing very well, losing a slender 1-0 to Presentation College in the Coca-Cola National semi-finals. So yes, parity is back, because I thought for many years the Shiva Boys of this world, the Presentation College of this world, and the Naparima of this world have totally obliterated and dominated schoolboy football. But finally, gentlemen, I think parity is starting to come back into our football.
Well, what about the girls' football in terms of the South Zone? Are the zones even at this point, Leo?
Yeah, I think there is some, I mean, if you look at it, when we spoke to the Pleasantville coach, you know, he mentioned that the quality down in South wasn't too good, and that's how they were able to kind of, you know, dominate. And then when we saw them moving into the, you know, national zones, that's when it got a little more competitive and that kind of thing. So if you look at it at the national level, there is a lot of, you know, competition.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of competition, but one thing I have noticed, gentlemen, is since we started these broadcasts via SportsMax and, of course, CCN TV6, we've seen so many scholarships, we've seen so much improvement, we've seen players be more encouraged. I mean, for you all as part of the broadcast team for these years, what has it meant to you, and also how has it really grown the sport in Trinidad and Tobago and this particular league?
Well, I know, for instance, when I was trying to secure a scholarship, it was using those old VHS tapes and cutting it up and trying to, and mind you, you had very limited, of course, amount of game time, because unless your school got to a final or got to a significant title, that's when you were on camera.
That's right.
But now, I mean, these young men have the ability of having well-produced football matches that they don't necessarily have to send to a school. Schools are now going online and seeing the games being streamed online, and of course have the ability to see it here. So I think now it's given them that platform really and truly to be seen and to be able to go out there, and that's a credit and a plus to what this production has done for them. I will say, however, that I would hope, of course, secondary schools football have always had a significant amount of sponsorship. I'd like to see more, because I think when you compare to Easter Schools Boy football in Jamaica and the level of corporate support that they get, I think we'd want to see more here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, Colin, I would hope so. I agree with Brent. You know, let's get a little bit more sponsorship, get these youngsters, you know, give them the opportunities. And Brent is right. He talked about that. I remember TTT. TTT used to come and do a little highlight of the game, and you're just so happy. Hey, TTT's around, you know, and you sort of want to play better. What we used to have as well was a lot of radio broadcasts.
Correct.
Yeah.
We used to get, the radio used to come out and things. But you never really had the opportunity to showcase yourself away, and these guys have that great opportunity now that they can go back, get the tapes, say, hey, that's me, and show themselves.
And you know what's interesting? When we have a man of the match reel, that is technically a college application.
That's right.
Let's be honest. It's a college application, your man of the match reel. Kanye Lazarus has his tonight.
Yeah,
he definitely has his.
And not only that, the guy went from upper six. He's gone from upper six, so he's got some sort of books behind him, if you understand my point.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a double whammy.
Well, here we go. We get ready for the presentation of the trophies and the medals to all of the players.
It looks like Nikita Gosain receiving another accolade. Just so gobsmacked at the fact that she's only 13 years old. And she's been able to produce such a high-quality performances throughout this Coca-Cola Intercol series. It's a true testament to that program, guys, in terms of what Pleasantville have been able to do.
Yeah.
4 national Intercol titles, plus this one makes it 5. A program that have obviously shown a lot of consistency and certainly shown a lot of winning pedigree. They've produced a plethora of national team players throughout it, and of course Miracle Ministries, the program that both of you guys spoke to.
I am really happy with Miracle Ministries because I think they've done so well, you know, from where they've come from. I think Hans kept making the point 5 years ago, who was Miracle Ministries? And look at them today, you know. I mean, I'm so happy for them that they have this good program going. And you know what? More and more students are going to apply to go into Miracle Ministries. Yeah. You know, because they see that as an opportunity as well for them.
Well, big credit goes out to their entire coaching staff and their coaching team as well when you talk about Miracle Ministries, because we even see the young men of Miracle Ministries coming up.
Yeah.
Well, they do have an opportunity next year, and it must be noted that the teams that are promoted into the Premiership will be decided next year, January. Of course, that is the championship division, which is a zonal division that decides, the winners of the zone decides which 3 teams move up into the Premiership. That has not been played yet. It is going to be played in January. Miracle Ministries is one of those teams coming out of the central zone. And of course, that gives them an opportunity to come into the Premiership. And you talk about Pleasantville, the men, of course, got relegated.
Yeah, got relegated,
and the women now are champions.
Yep. Well, it just shows the boys have got a lot more work to do.
Yeah,
and, you know, the thing is, you know, beside Miracle Ministries, there are many other schools vying to try and get into that Premier Division. But, you know, it's one thing getting into the Premier Division. The other thing is staying there.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. And how do you do that? You know, you do it with a proper run program and ensuring that your team trains properly and do the right things. And you've got to get a good coach. Let's be factual about that.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a lot of times they say, okay, well, John can do the job. But, you know, you've got to get a proper, well-qualified coach.
I think also one of the difficult things for those teams coming up from the championship, you know, generally they have a standout player. It's a difficulty to keep hold of those players because those other big schools, you know, quote unquote, tend to grab them up.
Yeah,
and that's difficult for those teams trying to make it up into the Premiership.
Well, I think if you ever wanted an example of how to stay and survive in the Premiership, don't look further than Arima North Secondary because they were recently promoted.
That's right.
And they have certainly looked very comfortable in their skin, like a bona fide Premiership team. And when you look at the ages, I've listened to Coach Shepard and the others speak, it's a pretty young Arima North Secondary Schools team. So when you start talking about next year, I know it's probably a bit too early to do that, you probably have to keep your eye on that Arima North program because they've done very well, recruited very well, and they have a bevy of young players. But take nothing away from the ladies on your screen here, Pleasantville, champions.
Yep, Coca-Cola Intercol Girls Champions of 2023, Pleasantville Secondary School, taking the trophy down south this time around. And of course, the brilliance of Nikita Gosain really shining here today at this final where they went up against Miracle Ministries, PHS of the Central Zone.
And then you look at what they've been able to do. If we go back to the coach of the men's team, Kern Cupid, the former national team player, played at the highest level here in Trinidad and Tobago with W Connection. It's always good when you have, and that man in your screen there was Brian John, the coach of Pleasantville. He's done an exceptional job. He's been around for quite some time, and since he's been around, I really can't remember them not being in and around this side of the competition, which is your semi-finals and finals. And he's done it again, 5 times champions. And you just wonder, guys, with Nikita Gosain being 13,
we're in for a rough ride, guys. We are in for a rough ride in girls football in Trinidad and Tobago. At 13, she's in Form 2 right now, which means we have some years ahead. Even if we just count the 3 to Form 5, we have some years of Nikita Gosain. So you might as well get familiar with the name and the actions of the player. And here we go as they lift their trophy, Coca-Cola Intercol Girls Champions for 2023, Pleasantville Secondary School.
Kudos to them. They really, You know, the thing is, when they scored early, I think both Brent and myself were saying, Hans, oh, this could be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
But give Miracle Ministries, I think they were nervous getting into this final all of a sudden and coming up against against Pleasantville. They suddenly were nervous, but they got back into the game, and I thought they gave a good account of themselves.
Yeah.
Definitely. And as we get ready to see the young men of St. Anthony's College collect their second place medals, guys, what do we make of them and their season and how they perform this time around?
I think they'll be disappointed with their league form. I think both Coach Daniel and others in the coaching staff talked about their inconsistencies. And I must admit, gentlemen, from what we've seen from them in the Coca-Cola Intercol series, you would suggest that they're at least a top 4 team. And somehow during the Premiership, they just couldn't get the results. And I remember some of the results against teams that you would consider not on the same pegging of St. Anthony's College went against them. Somehow, some way, they were able to put together a run of games here in the Coca-Cola Intercol series, and they've been very, very consistent in this particular format of the competition. So a lot has went right for them here, but I think when they look back at the whole body of work, I think they'll be disappointed in the way that things went for them.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Brent. You know, they started the season badly. I think their first game, they lost their first 2 games, and they never seemed to really recover from that in the league. And it's a pity, because I think they're a better team in terms of their league position that actually showed up.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Josiah Morris, their keeper that originally wasn't their first option for keeper.
Well, I did make a statement, and Colin, you did have a chuckle at me. I said he's the first goalkeeper in world football to have back-to-back penalty shootout success. Of course, he played for the second 11 on one day and woke up the next morning and saved his team at the first level against Queen's Royal College. And I don't think there's any other goalkeeper in world football has been able to do that so already, but he's been good at that, of course, situation, and it making 1 or 2 saves here tonight. Unfortunate to go away. And you know, when you look back at the penalty shootout for the finals, you had 2 very, very good goalkeepers in goal.
Yes.
And when we went down to the latter stages of the kicking, what I consider the kickers that don't want to kick, that's why they're 7, 8, and 9, because they have not put their hands up to be in the first 5. They put forward some very, very good penalties because they were able to beat 2 very, very good goalkeepers. And a credit to the penalty kickers to hold your nerve, I can tell you. I'm not sure I can do that, but
it's a difficult thing,
yeah,
especially in front of a crowd like that. And you know, not only that, the whole school, your school depends on you. You know, I mean, feel for Daniel Rose, for example. He had it to win for St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, who do you say, boy, hard luck to you, you should have scored, and we would have won the Intercol. You know, that's probably what he's going to get.
Yeah.
But you know, then you look at the guy who missed the penalty, Dunbar, and you feel for him, because he could turn around and say, well, if you had scored, we'd have won. You know? I mean, it's really tough. It's tough for these young men to go out in a situation like this.
But guys, I also look forward to bright futures from some of these players, especially like Wilson Wright. And when you talk about a young man like Croverdor, you expect some great things in their future.
Well, I was impressed, and I know Leo and his particular likes that player, Wilson Wright. He's a good technician. He manipulates the ball well. He spots a pass. He has good measure in his passing ranges. He knows when to and when not to. And I think as he progresses and his body develops and he becomes a player, an older player, I think his game will progress, because one of the things that is key for any football, or critical for any football, is having the platform, and he does have the platform, which is his technical ability. I don't think we've seen any player in the SSFL technically as gifted as that young man. And now once he starts developing, as I said, we hope that that ability not only stays with him, but obviously it gets even better.
No, he's definitely very gifted, much up there with the top midfielders in the SSFL. And actually, when I was on the sideline there, when the penalty was given, I heard one of the assistant coaches saying, Elon. So he knew he wanted Elon to take the penalty. Of course, Fraser took it and missed it. So, you know, could have been a big game changer if Elon did end up taking the penalty for St. Anthony's.
What I like about him is his vision. He is, you know, he spots. That's how you tell a good midfielder. It's by his vision. When he can pick a pass that no one else in the field sees, and all of a sudden you're through on goal because of his vision of being able to say, okay, if I can get that ball through, we're in on goal. And that's what is good about him. He's very simple. He does the simple things good, and when he sees the opening, he just gets it going. He's really, I think he's a wonderful player. As a matter of fact, you know, I thought he was very, very close for the Coca-Cola player, the Intercol series.
Well, that's a bit about St. Anthony's, but Presentation College, the Lions. Like, listen, I am really impressed by so many of their players, but the deeper story for me with Presentation College is that Cooper story that we got tonight. I mean, it really is heartwarming.
And it all unfolded here right in front of our very eyes. Of course, he talked about dedicating his 2007 final to his son, who now has won a final with him, the father and son combination. Yeah. I tell you what, it must be so difficult playing for your father. Because there is in football is such a thing called the switch off button. That's when you leave your coaches and you either jump into your car or you go into your separate. But here's the coach following you all the way home, at the dinner table, at the breakfast table, at the lunch table, and it's probably talking football 24/7.
Telling you everything you did wrong.
I was about to say that. Especially if you miss it. You're now looking at a lovely, juicy, sweet piece of chicken, and he says, that clearance you made was the worst. You know what I mean? I mean, it's really, really difficult for him, and it's really a great story.
Well, great stories were made today. They have walked through the jungle, and today they are the Coca-Cola Intercol champions of 2023. They are the Lions of Presentation San Fernando. The winners taking the trophy down south, snatching it away from St. Anthony's College. Once again, Presentation College San Fernando, your Coca-Cola Intercol champions for 2023. And this is where we wrap up the broadcast for tonight. We want to say thank you to each and every one of you for viewing. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, we say thank you for being part of the Coca-Cola Intercol action here on SportsMax and CCN TV6.
And you know, we talked about the fact that they were not expected to be here.
No,
and you could see it there on the stage.
And you know, again, Brent, we talked about how difficult the South Zone is to get out of the South Zone.
Yeah.
You have to go through St. Benedict's, you have to go through Naparima, and you know, it's almost like you feel you've done everything, and then all of a sudden you're now going to the Nationals.
Yeah. Well, Cooper, of course, mentioned in his interview before the Naparima College game that he basically has two finals to play.
Yeah.
One being Naparima College, the second one being St. Benedict's. And that's just been in the South Zone.
Exactly.
And remarkably, if not, he came out of both unscathed, and then he had to go up against Ceremonial North Secondary School that is probably as stingy as he is defensively. So if you talk about doing it the hard way, that in the picture there is an example for that.
Well, we have more action for you as we close off the Coca-Cola Intercol. We get ready for TTPFL action. We get ready for Tiger Tanks Club Sando going up against Eagles FC. Look out for that one at the Manny Ramjohn Stadium tomorrow. Big action continues here live on SportsMax. On behalf of the entire SportsMax team, thank you for watching as we congratulate Presentation College once again on being Coca-Cola Intercol champions, and Pleasantville Secondary School for taking the girls' title of the Coca-Cola Intercol. We leave you with some beautiful moments of today's matches.
Welcome to SSFL Premiership Division.